your body when my heart goes chaos. Want your message in the AMs when I'm running race to catch a train again. Now, do you think about me sometimes? So I'm not feeling so illegal, I can tell. It's loving you a cry. It's loving you a cry. Gently no 吐息をまとったその言葉いくら消えたけど意味わからずにそんなん使わずにカウンターに転がしたまま完璧な顔して背中を見送って上向けなリプライ少し歪んで笑っただけ刻んだ元にしませないように涙は我慢していた綺麗だと言えたのに離れてゆくのねそれはなぜ言わないと編み上げて好きのないまのか今日もシュリーシュリーシュリーブルーからのグラスをもうso cruelあなたは言ってそれでまた消えて yeah シュリーシュリーシュリーブルー無敵の闇を look so blue 嘘みたいな彼女のままで美しいものが脆いだなんて噂磨き忘れた誰かの平らな言い訳刻まれた負けの線隠す顔のせいぜい魔法は解けなくていいの綺麗という皮をかぶって隠れたのねそれは誰足りないものごまかした暇のないまのかシュリーシュリーシュリーブルー口に残るベーキンジュースあなたは去ってそれでまた出会って yeah シュリーシュリーシュリーブルー一人歌う Loving you 嘘みたいな日々の中で綺麗だと言ったのに離れてゆくのねそれはなぜ She already says everything
getting after this event, but my best guess, to be honest, is probably just a rerun. Like, looking at it now, I just think logically it's probably just a rerun of the Stellar Blade event, which isn't bad, you know. Long, yes, indeed. Yeah, I can say that again. Very long day. Very, very long day. It's like, I have never had so many people come down and be like, whoa, still here? Which, it already happens on a daily basis. They're like, oh, still here? Don't you want to go home? I'm like, yeah, I want to fucking go home. What the hell do you think? No, I just like staying here, actually. No, I like just sitting here, doing shit, checking my emails or whatever from overseas super late. Like, yeah, actually, you know, I live for that. It's so fun and so engaging, and no, of course I want to go home. The fuck are you talking about? I don't know. Like, they're like half joking, but it's like, come on. Do you really think I'm doing this of my own volition without any reason? Like, sometimes it's like half joking, but it's kind of funny because this happens like 3 or 4 times a day on a daily basis already. But this week specifically, they're just, oh, again, part of it is the fact that I am obviously gonna be off starting tomorrow. So, you know, that's why we gotta finish it up. I know, just ran late, but I did want to clean it up. It's already in archives. Okay, well, I guess that does make sense because it's a collab. Are the rest of the collab stuff in archives or no? I'm not really sure. Like, what exactly, or how exactly they decide what goes to archives and what doesn't. But interesting, regardless. So, in that case, I really don't know. Because my only thought was just like, oh, if they're showing off, because it's on Raven now as well, she's out too. Because since they're bringing back, but then again, this is different. Because this is their own IP. I don't know if I can really consider that really anything similar, so who knows, who knows. Ooh. Ooh. Technically you're right, because all the collabs are canon. However, not only is this their own IP, but I don't think the other collabs tended to actually explore. Well, they kind of did though. No, because so did Licorice Recoil. Because the other stuff, like, I didn't play ReZero, but specifically Evangelion. Evangelion stuff was not so related compared to specific, like, the more lore-heavy nature of Stellar Blade, and to a lesser degree, but I feel like Licorice still had a good amount. You could argue you could just kind of ignore it and it wouldn't mean very much in the grand scheme of the arc's kind of... Oh, I didn't say that, I said tomorrow. Well, I mean, I guess technically for you it might have been tomorrow or something. Has it? So they do... Okay, makes sense. So they do kind of cross-reference it. The whole thing with, like, the child assassins, I can totally see that being very much a throwaway kind of event. Not super plot important, right? Like, sure, it happened, but their presence, or lack thereof, wouldn't have really made a huge difference. Like, I don't think... I'm sure they're far from the only, like, assassin organization. I mean, not to mention, like, Shade and Perilous Siege. Like, there's plenty of shadowy, not child, you know, staffed assassination organizations in the arc, so it's not like a humongous difference depending on who's doing it. But that makes sense. So they did actually... It makes sense that they would save that one to do the majority of the heavy narrative lifting. Stuff like Evangelion is completely, as far as I can tell, not really important. Neither is... Debatably, the Nier one was also... I mean, I recall what happened, but it didn't seem like it was anything too special. Like, it occurred, you know, like I said, it's a thing that happened. But I don't think it really involved much more than that, right? Because it was the whole thing with the one product valve and finding the factory full of stuff. I don't remember the significance, if there was anything. Oh my, no, I could have sworn I told you guys I was gonna finish... I wanted to try finishing at least part 1 of Helen's event. And like I said, the week after, we would dive into K2's event. So yeah, Doom Eternal. You know what I find interesting? So Doom Eternal, just think about it. what genre is it? It's a pretty simple question, right? Because if I just ask you, what genre of game is Doom Eternal? The simple question is, the simple answer is FPS. You could argue something else, but I feel like FPS is the most simple answer. There's actually a second answer, one that is definitely debatable. I think it's definitely debatable. Like, you know, inarguably, yes, it's an FPS. Is it an RPG? No, definitely not. I could see arena shooter. More so in terms like a PvE. Is that even a thing? PvE arena shooter. You can call it that, arena shooter. I mean, definitely, even if not the PvE campaign, the PvP, right? The PvP is definitely arena shooter. I agree with you. It's an FPS, it's an arena shooter. It's I hate this term because I think it sounds stupid, but more or less Doom essentially. Or maybe it was Doom or Quake. Was it Quake, Doom, or Trials? Not of Osiris, but Trials something. Oh no, my bad, not Trials. Triumph's Ascent. Triumph's Ascent. But anyways, none of those are technically... Well, they're all correct, but it's not what I'm talking about. Doom Eternal is a rhythm game. If you think about it, you'll realize Doom Eternal is a rhythm game. Like that one specifically. The previous ones, maybe not so much. Still, to some degree, but Doom as a whole, it's all about keeping in the rhythm. Literally the dance of combat, right? You gotta switch to the different weapons, and I heard that take, and maybe you disagree, but I found it to be a very interesting way of looking at it, and just thinking about it, I was like, you know what, that's very true, right? Because I was thinking about stuff like Destiny, and high-level rating. Not just rating, but like dungeons mainly. I did a lot of Prophecy, right? Played a bunch of Prophecy. The cycle at which you're checking your cooldowns, you're switching weapons. I'm thinking to the meta of is it just auto-loading holster? There's a couple of different things. Like auto-loading holster is one perk, but you're checking the times. You switch from weapon A, B, and C in different orders depending on what's off cooldown. So it's, for example, you'd have were there knights or whatever? Minotaurs, right? Mountaintop to the face. Quick swap to, I'd keybind it to my mouse. Quick swap to Recluse, spray them down, and then back to Mountaintop. Move this way, move that way, dodge, wait for shields to recharge. It was like 1, 2, 3. Like I would literally count myself off, like as a tempo. So I think I think of when I was playing piano or something else. Like I'd count myself off. Like okay, how many seconds? How many seconds? And I would yes, Wither Horde as well. That's part of it as well. Wither Horde. I use like Wither Horde and some. There's a bunch of different combos of usually some kind of AoE one-shot weapon with auto-loading holster and some kind of close-range spray and pray weapon, and you mesh them two together. It could be one way or another, you know, one of them has to have auto-loading, but it's not just that. It could be auto-loading with your Hunter Dodge. I believe is it Lunafaction boots? One of the Warlock exotics. I think when you ran, you would reload your gun. And a lot of it was just building around this perfect loadout where you could time this 1, 2, 3. It was pretty much a very clean cycle to deal with different enemies. Run from cover to cover. I just always think about counting myself off during Prophecy in the different rooms, especially that big round room where, God, what was it? You have to like dunk stuff to cleanse it or something. I mean, okay, dunking things and cleansing it's like Destiny in a nutshell. That's all it is. Basically, you dunk balls and you cleanse things and this and that. For kiting, yeah, exactly, all the kiting. Same with, honestly, Doll's Frontline. It's all just a rhythm game, you know. At a certain point, it's less what you would imagine as like a traditional kind of FPS experience. And much more. Yeah, exactly. You're ripping and tearing, literally, right? It's like you time the different weapons, you time like when you get ammo again, you chain your movement. It's pretty cool. And the moment you lack the exact precision, like if you just miss it by a second, then you fuck it all up, and it just cascades. And I think Destiny was very much the same way when it comes to high-level gameplay. Mainly in PvE, at least. If you don't time it just right, time your jumps, time your movement, time how long it takes for your like regen and stuff, right? Your cooldowns, your health regen, your armor specs, all of it really is a well-timed, well-choreographed dance. And I love that. You know, I think it's pretty cool that they built in this extra layer where it's not just your normal kind of FPS. it really makes you feel in tune, so to speak, with everything. No, it definitely does as well. I don't doubt it. I don't know if you're talking about Doom or about Destiny, but I think it's true for both of them. And Destiny's music definitely helps, I don't know, cement that point, in my opinion. And of course, Bungie has always been known to have their very, very well acclaimed musical scores, both in Halo and in Destiny. Yeah, Halo, I always think of let's think of Halo, right? Halo, maybe not so much. I don't know if you would say Halo is that much of a timing thing. Maybe I'm just not good enough, which I certainly am not good at Halo. I wouldn't claim I was particularly skilled at any of these games, but Halo especially, definitely not. You guys have watched me struggle through the experience that was MCC, right? Glory Killsync, the game's music often aligns closely with combat actions. That's so cool. See, it's amazing features like this, which no one quite realizes it, but even if you don't know what's happening, it definitely improves the gameplay experience, and it just hits different. That is so fucking cool. That is so cool. Yeah, by the way, welcome Dr. Bear. Welcome. It's like a bear with tentacles or something. God, reminds me of some shit they would have had in The Boys, which is finally over after all these years, and that ending was horrible. It was dog shit, it was trash, I hated it so much. But as with all things, it's a sunk cost fallacy. It is a complete and utter sunk cost fallacy, and I regret... No, I don't regret it. It was fun while it lasted. And unfortunately, I will probably watch the upcoming spin-offs, which essentially we had a season-long, comically expensive advertisement for. Who knows though? We might just end up getting like some one-season bullshit, because I feel like they've burned a lot of goodwill of the fans at this point. People are just not super happy with what's been going on. And I can't blame them, you know. Well, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it feeds into itself, right? If they're timing the music with combat actions, I'm sure because you're designed to play it a certain way, like when you're doing stuff, the music will line up with that, and if that's the correct way to play the game, trying to follow the music is like a feedback loop of basically doing it correctly. I think that's super cool. I think these are the more intriguing aspects of game dev, which I've never heard of it before now. Well, I know that, but I'm saying it might actually feed into itself, is what I'm saying. Sure, I know it lines up with what you're doing, but if you're doing well, right? If you're doing well, then I think it goes to, you know, it logically follows that if you're doing well, and the music is synced to you, if you begin to follow the music, then you will probably continue to do more or less the correct thing. And I'm sure there's more to it than that. Honestly, the extent of my Doom knowledge is pretty much primarily just watching certain playthroughs, which is for the most part... Well, no, that's not true. So I've basically seen a couple boss fights, mainly against the... I don't know what he was, like your evil twin... What is he, like? The devil? I don't know. Kind of a spoiler, I know, sorry. And then the Mirror of Us, which was Marauders, I think they're called. Marauders, yeah. I still just remember reading different discourse TM online about how, oh, it's such an impossible boss. But what they did was they mirrored the way you fight. Which is what I know people always wanted to see that, essentially, in Destiny, right? Like, sure, we have PvP, but they're always like, what if, for a raid boss, the joke was you have to basically play Trials and go flawless. No, but you had to fight a small enemy, because Destiny has this problem which, if you think about it, I guess Halo did it too, where it's like the boss is just enemy, but really big. It's not that special, right? We've had what? Giant Minotaur, Giant Knight, Giant Hydra. That was Garden of Salvation. What else have we had? I mean, we've had, if you count like not raid bosses, but strike bosses, Giant Hobgoblin. We had Giant Ogre, Giant Thrall, same difference, honestly. It's all just the same thing. Quick swapping, oh god, quick swap gameplay. I just think of it in WoW that this is always the thing. Are you basically abusing iframes or whatnot? That's why it's like it's kind of like a, well, you could also argue something like Dark Souls is also kind of a rhythm game. It's all about timing, right? Timing is everything. And sure, timing is kind of everything in a lot of games, but more so than other things. You start predicting things, and I would say, at least for me personally, playing rhythm games, it's not just reactivity, right? Sure, if you are really, really good, you can play reactively, but at a certain point, you cannot play reactively if you're not playing not reflexively or reactively. I guess the term is reflexively. You can to a certain point, and I'm sure there's people that can no matter what, they're just built different, they're just goated like that. However, for the games I've played, my skill level, the more you run the map, you begin playing predictively. Like you need to know what's coming, because otherwise that slight delay is more than enough to screw you over. Like if you don't know what's coming up, you're absolutely gonna. It'll go from full combo to at least good, not perfect, right? Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, exactly. See, it makes you dance to their rhythm instead of your rhythm. Kind of interesting, right? But yeah, people always complain like, oh, it's too hard. It's bullshit. But sure, it could be true. But I don't know, bullshit or not, people are just not realizing kind of the reason for it existing, which is to how you fight your foil, your counter. It's what the enemies see of you doing. I think there's other games that have done this as well, but which is why I always wanted to see like essentially Dark Guardians or Rogue Guardians as a boss in like think fighting Jackal Snipers like on steroids or something. Like that would have been kind of cool, right? Maybe that sounds horrible, but I think it would have been cool. Versus the same giant bullet sponge, spam your Horn and whatnot. It's just not very fun, in my opinion. After a certain point in time, it's just like, okay, we have overly complicated, I don't know, overly complicated cleansing and dunking balls mechanic. It really is amazing how, first of all, how complicated it seems for random people in public strike missions to do that, but my god, it's just dunking balls is the entirety of like Destiny gameplay. It's just acquire a sphere, throw it at something, dunk it, or walk slowly while carrying it. No, I know I'm being too harsh, but it's kind of true. And despite my complaints that it's too simple, they somehow make it overly. It's way too much. Yeah, Valis is quickswapping with rocket launcher with their horde and Izanami. Right, there was also the double specials thing. Yeah, it was cool. A lot of just different builds you could do. You can get pretty creative. That's true. Speaking of Jetstream Sam, I do need to actually play Revengeance at some point. Because I do have that. It's just in the backlog. Someday at some point, we will enjoy and embrace the rules of nature or something. Watch me have insane skill issue. But no, he's just cool. I love everything in Revengeance just because not only is it, I'm sure it's a great game, but it's just such a stylish game. Truly, very Kojima-pilled. I love things that are very Kojima-pilled. Anyways, shall we? Let's do it. So, we are here. Seems like we are gonna be fighting one cocoon. This third gem doll appears warm and kind, but is actually cunning and ruthless. Skilled at data manipulation, she enjoys manipulating others and maneuvering behind the scenes. Sounds like some people I know. After she lays her enemy's secrets bare, she slowly but surely forces them down the road to destruction. Maybe a little bit less like people I know. Not nearly so competent. But good night, serious casually. Have a good one. Plasma rifle. Oh. It still reminds me of how surprised I was in the early. This is unrelated, but in the early Halo games, how fucking broken. But if you think about it, lore accurate the plasma pistol is. I think I just never used it enough. In Halo 3, I think it wasn't nearly as cracked. So I had no fucking clue how disgusting it could be. And for some reason, I thought that Magnum was good. The Magnum was horrible. I also thought it had zoom. It does not. It doesn't reach, but my first game was Halo 3, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I might have thought the visor zoom was the scope. Not sure why. In an unassuming corner, a doll deftly swipes open a door lock, carefully stepping into a dust-covered, sneeze-inducing room. Welcome, Astro. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. No, not seeing. Like I said, my first Halo game, I remember, couch co-op with my stepbrother. Halo 3. That's what got me into, well, wasn't, well, I think I was like sci-fi, so I liked the books, so I thought they were interesting. And then, cause like, you know, back in the day, you'd see, like, Master Chief was everywhere. Like, you'd see, if you go to the mall, you'd have like giant statues at GameStop. No, a family friend, the dad that was, so he was a huge Halo fan. He had like, the collector's edition of Halo Reach, he had the little statue and everything. He loved gaming, although he didn't really play much, unfortunately. But occasionally when we'd be there, we would see him just gaming on his Xbox. Not a lot, just a little bit. I guess he must have played more when he was young, not sure. But I would see that and I was like, oh, looks kind of cool, right? So I started reading the books because they were available in the library, so I was like, sure, I'll check them out. And I think I was gifted a copy of Halo Evolutions by a friend. And that was my first hard copy Halo book, and I think first and only, really. I never bought any more. Then after that, I began playing because the first time I went over to my stepbrother's house with, well, my stepmother, I guess. So I was like, oh my god, it's John Halo himself. No, but he had an Xbox, and there was an included copy of Halo 3, which I don't even think he ever played. But I think I was like, oh, let's try playing it, because, you know, our parents were just like, go do something, you know, go fucking play, entertain yourselves, right? So we decided to do couch co-op, and my first Halo game, and really first game ever, I think, was Halo 3. Before we began to enjoy the hell that was not boomer shooters, sorry, looter shooters, in the form of Borderlands. So great times. Thank you, Astro. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, Stealth Recon Squadron. Glad to have you here. Yeah, how tragic. That clearly a great bonding experience. No, it was, but it definitely led to some disagreements. Some definitely calm and not at all tense disagreements, which led to not time out, but remember my parents being like, no, stop arguing. I still remember that my fucking Molly 1 Hellfire, well, I went to the bathroom and then he like made me drop it and stole it. Now I got it back, but it was a whole thing because we were like spam clicking. We killed like a spider ant, and well, we played 1 and 2. I remember killing a spider ant, king or something, and or guard. It dropped a Molly 1 Hellfire, and then we were spamming whatever X or Y to pick up on Xbox. And I got it. And he like tried to steal it from me when I went to the bathroom, and I was like, where's my shit? And then afterwards, he managed to get a let-off infinity pistol, which I never got. Anyways, some things, you know, you never forget. All these years later, I don't forget. I remember. I remember. No. This is about Borderlands 2. No, Borderlands 2. That's why it's a looter shooter, and that's why there's a Molly 1 Hellfire. Oh, well, what a pleasure. Welcome, Lena. Hello. What you doing? Oh, I sing. It's towboat. Is that the joke? I see. Showboat though. But welcome. How are you guys doing? What y'all up to? How are you doing? What were y'all up to? Yes, I am talking about Borderlands. But again, my first two genres and series were Halo 3 and Borderlands 1, which led into Borderlands 2 and this and that, and then I made the mistake of playing Destiny, which was right after I picked up the incredible combo of, that's right, COD Ghosts, and then Advanced Warfare. Truly the most acclaimed and beloved installments in all of Call of Duty history. Nothing before or after has really topped it for being shit. Although, I don't know, Warzone as a whole is kind of a massive path downhill, so I don't know. Ghost was creative, to say the least, so. All good. Good night, FPS. Catch you later. Have a good one. Bye bye. How's everything going? Okay. We love that. We love that. Ooh. Oh my god, my neck is just so fucking tight. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. My god. Is it here? I do wonder. He cautiously looks around. Rows of shelves extend deep into the dimly lit room. Each shelf is marked with a large letter, all covered in dust, with countless file bags piled on them haphazardly. What is a file bag? That sounds not very organized at all, to be honest. Welcome, Ghost. Welcome, welcome. Unsurprising. Would she really have hidden it for that long and not touched it? Seems unlike her, to be honest. I guess that is clever. Hide in plain sight, right? Well, I guess that makes sense why it's bad luck. I mean, you kind of have to die to have that take action, so that tracks. Still feels risky, though. Look at a place like this, it'd get misplaced and someone else would fuck with it. On the rare occasions they're rifling through it, and then you're really screwed. It makes me think she'd almost have it on her, though, to ensure, like, rescue or something. Really? Oh, that's actually true, though. It's a physical file. See, they can't just, Control F. You can't just stick in a USB and Control F. Well, I think it's not just dolls, actually. I think when I'm faced with physical files, my data retrieval function is also rendered completely useless, because I'm not looking through that shit. I remember one time, I had to do something, there's like, if you need to, you can always, go look at the physical file. I'm like, how about no? I don't want to do that. Like, I get pissed off enough when I have to extract a ton of data en masse from really shittily scanned emails. So, it's one thing if it's like a paper file, but I want you to let that sink in. Poorly scanned emails. So, you might begin to realize that this is a very, very easily avoided problem, right? Like, why have you printed an email and then scanned it, but not only have you scanned it, you have failed to line it up with the very clear little right angle marker on the fucking printer that tells you, yes, you should put the paper here to ensure you capture all the data and it's lined up. But no, I get this thing that's like skewed by like a solid like 15 or 16 degrees, and then it's really faint. You can't read anything. I hate it so much. I know. You don't ask me, how the fuck would I know? But they'll just throw me these files. I'm like, okay. I get so happy. I'm like, oh, thank God it's like not manual entry. I can just copy paste, because it's like a long ass string of numbers. It's like 15 digits. Like, it's very likely that you're gonna fuck it up. Like, no matter how careful you are, at the end of the day, the tedium is insane. And when you're manually entering it, it's very prone to small problems. And of course, secondarily, when they are poorly scanned, it's hard to read, it's off kilter, it's just like, why? Fucking why? I know, we do use Outlook, but how unfortunate. See, again, like, I don't know who the hell is doing this shit. Like, who is generating extra work for the sake of, I don't know. Like, just export as a PDF. It's not that hard. Why are you printing it out? But then again, we have people that still have stuff like, please consider the environment before printing this email. Why are we doing this? It's 2026. Can we not print emails anymore? There can be times where it's useful, but then when you need to give it to somebody, maybe don't scan it. Maybe just open your computer and export the email. It's much easier. It's easier to search. It's more foolproof. Like, it's not even a case of like, oh, it's not more efficient, and it's actually more prone to problems. Well, ridiculous. You're catching something unusual. She pauses her search and frowns. Exactly, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty basic function. I don't see why you can't do that. True, it's a little bit different, because this is for mass file storage. It's because we need certain data from, I guess, certain email chains usually. Like, usually someone has been sent a document, and instead of just sending, that's the other thing. Sometimes it's not even an email. Sometimes it's a file, but then they just print it and then scan it in. Occasionally, it's because they needed to write something. Obviously, they write it really sloppily all over it, and then they scan it in because that's easier. I mean, I guess you need to mark it on there, but come the fuck on. Like, we wouldn't do this any other way. Like, I'm sure the data is useful for somebody, just not to me. Just not to me. Usually it complicates it more, actually. He pauses for a moment. The constant flow of data shines in her eyes, flickering in uncertainty. That is interesting, though, because they were who technically assigned them here? Was it a government thing? I guess Nikita just kind of staying there to help us. What's her plan? Wipe herself? Oh, clever. See? Just turn yourself into... No, just make her sacrifice you to gain your freedom. It does make sense. Interesting, interesting. So much plotting. I know, that's my next thing. It's just to ask for a markup tool. It's like, please, I don't want to have to manually dig through stuff. We have technology. Sounds like people I know. Yeah, let's just manufacture a crisis and give everybody problems. That's true. Like, she can't. I mean, technically her backup is still there. Although, depending on how you want to view that, it's the continuum. Is the continuation is still kind of stopped. It's kind of like the whole new use stations in Borderlands. Like dolls. Once the original one dies, it's, I don't know. The cloud backups. Like, does it really still work the same way? Is it really the same one? I don't know. It's my first time seeing Patilda, I guess, in her actual sprite form, not just the physical one. I do think she lost a bit of the cuteness in the physical form, to be honest. A place to call home, truly. What do you recommend, though, when it comes to markup tools? Anything in particular? Anything you would say is particularly good? Welcome, Jackson. Hello, hello. How are you doing? A gentle, relieved smile appears on her face, but her gaze soon sharpens as she begins reevaluating. I love reevaluating things. Discover lots of fun things you wish you didn't know. I definitely feel like with Cocoon, they're both gonna be dragging everyone into the weird 12B chess. It's just who can, I don't know, see far enough. I don't know though, for the 3rd gen dolls, they're physically more powerful, but are they, I don't know, cognitively that much better? Not sure. Yeah, so what do you recommend for Office though? Well, okay, you have Adobe. I don't even have Adobe. What about Office though? Is there something in the Office suite you recommend? Because I'm not sure. Maybe I have it, maybe I don't. I genuinely have no damn clue. After the investigators stationed themselves, Request actions to access to portions of the database. They hand them some permissions for surface level data, but all core data has already been hidden or altered by upper management. It's like a crime scene script spotless, seemingly airtight. Well, I guess it's time to poke some holes, isn't it? To Helen, every movement leaves liberals in the intel archives. You stealthily navigate through the depths of this data, sensing the unnatural and textured traces that have been forcibly smoothed out. Is it now? Is it now? I don't know, I've been dealing with some very turbo broken software, for a hot minute now. Including today, and tomorrow, and next week. I hate dealing with this. Because they're just like, oh, yeah, no, it should work totally fine. The production software, I'm like, yeah, but this is the testing environment. This is the test sandbox. None of this stuff works properly. It's all broken as hell. Probably because it's not the production one. Imagine such a concept. So, like every single step, if something breaks, I'm like, okay, IT, help fix. It's god awful. So basically, long story short, I never, ever, ever want to spearhead a software rollout ever again. Ever again. I mean, sure, I got to experience many different departments, but fuck, I never want to do this again. It is like pulling teeth. At one point, I just gave up. I was like, no, fuck this. I'm not working with you guys. I'm just gonna operate each module by myself. And, oh my god. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And the best part is, the software's not rolling out. We gotta test it anyway. So basically, I just have to run around pissing people off for like a month straight. And then they're just like, yeah, can we not? Can this wait? I'm like, no, but can you please do this? And it's like, oh, problem. Horrible. Could just be a comment. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why not just mark it up? Like, markup tools for that at least should exist. No, right, because it's just a PDF markup tool. I thought you meant, like, modifying scanned pictures. Because that is a thing in Adobe, I'm pretty sure. But we don't have Adobe. Because, I don't know, it's like too creative or something. Hell if I know. And yes, they do, I'm pretty sure. Adobe, they will nickel and dime you for every damn last thing. Come on now. If there's a will, there's a way. If they can make you pay for a subscription, you better bet they will. One might say she's cocooned it all. It's all been wrapped up neat and tidy. You know, isn't this always the goal? Isn't the goal always to provide the hires with a reasonable, beneficial conclusion? That's always the play. Welcome, Baron. Thank you for dropping in. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Okay, so it's basically she's fooling everybody. For what reason, though? For the love of the game. Sometimes you gotta appreciate when they do that shit just for the love of the game. A strange feeling envelops her. She feels as though she is trapped inside a false world manipulated by the free market. Every piece of reality she can touch may as well be a product of tampering. Fabricating possibilities. This is what she does best. Taking intel, reorganizing it, adjusting the sequence, guiding those who read it into drawing exactly what she wants. In the past, it was always her in control. But this time, it's a bit of a role reversal. And we love that, don't we? We love some role reversals. That someone is Cocoon. The one that is perhaps based on her, perhaps not, who has taken an extraordinary interest in her. Is it a joke, though? Perhaps it's true. No, that's the funny part, though. Like, sometimes that is what it is. Like, I've been told to do that, essentially. Like, oh, yeah, just... Like, I was told, hey, can we please slow this down? Like, it's like I'm fighting the two sides. Like, I don't want to be stuck in this weird custody battle for this stupid-ass software, please. I'm begging you. Why can it not just be simple? But no, it's like, can you please slow this down? You know, we don't actually want this, but we can't say that, so we want you to do this. We have a mission. Should you choose to accept it? You will, because you have to. The other side is like, we need deliverables right now. We need it immediately. Expedite. The instant she detects that other presence, The signal connects. Oh. And finally, the clash of the mommies. I see, it's, truly milftastic. I still do wonder why she's so curious, though. I still feel like there, she's based on her pattern. That is interesting. So, her gun... Okay. Is this the first time we fought her? Oh my god. Oh my lord. So we're definitely gonna get Cocoon. I'm pretty sure, just based on the fact that she's an actual model. She's gonna be rollable, just like the other two. I'm so ready. But that looks cool though. I like her suppressed Osprey. So that's funny. So she has a revolver. I don't know what it's called. Like it's like a performance center Smith & Wesson something. Ooh, welcome Sliver. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Goon Squad. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Like a long Osprey on it, but they're doing the same thing, just because they want her to hold it a certain way. Like, debatably, that could just be the way it looks. Very, like, Flintlock-esque. It makes it look more... The lines are more straight, but... I just can't help but think this might be... No, that's not true, though. Because for a second I thought it was the same thing with the SMGs, where they shape it strangely, for the sake of the gun skin working for everything. Is she gonna be a sword? Hell no. Please tell me she's not gonna be a sword user. Right? I don't know. For that hand positioning, could that work for the normal handgun models already in the game? Because ones in the game already are very, right angle. Not this very gunblade looking thing. But it's cool though. Very cool. I'm quite curious as to your true power. Well, not really. We have the Nagant revolver already. That's already in the game. Like, that's not new. We already have one. It's not like this doesn't exist. This is great. I love this. This is amazing. Gorgeous. Oh my god, gorgeous, gorgeous. But no, definitely I could see that. But then again, I think you're overthinking it. If this was GFL1 maybe, but let's be so honest to ourselves. No. No, it's not. Because GFL2 has long departed from their original roots. I do not think they give enough of a shit. So no, I mean, it just looks like it's based on like the Performance Center, Smith & Wesson. Well, I don't remember what it is, but one of the Performance Center revolvers. It kind of looks like the 500, but that barrel design, like Dan Wesson, one of those. Nothing too crazy. No, honestly, they would just have it be non-functional. They would just be a comically large barrel extension for the sake of it. She maintains her effortless smile, even when faced with an unrelenting stream of data attacks. Is it surprising? Is it that shocking? This is true. You don't want that. You don't want that. In what sketch? Pray tell. She forces herself to stay calm, building every last bit of power to defend herself in this EW battle. Intriguing. Something tells me she doesn't care. These third gens, they just annihilate everything. That's their solution. She let out a soft chuckle, brimming with confidence, and why wouldn't she? My god. Welcome, Sting. Doing well, doing well. Glad to have you here. How you doing? How you doing? We're finally getting to see the clash of the mommies. I don't know, but I guess it sounds much more stupid. I'm just imagining like moms arguing on like a soccer match or something. Much less fantastic, but that is nice, that is nice. Honestly, I would have appreciated that more. Does Delta, her fit, it doesn't suit her. I don't think so. Still think many other things would have fit much, much better. But I am still glad she got an SSR, regardless. Her tone turns aggressive, as if she intends to peel open and look through every layer in Helen's brain. Why? Because the files say she was built like a brick shit house. Unlike KSVK. Who could have expected that? I mean, maybe the fact that she's holding a DP12. See, that's the other thing. I mean, the designation, sure. But it would be so blatantly obvious for anyone with access to any kind of database. Like, she uses a DP12. It's so easy to tell. Level 2 is slammed by a sudden assault. She feels everything around her begin to peel and shatter. Facing someone who is spec-mogging her, her level 2 defenses begin to collapse, layer by layer. Who are the kids? It's KSVK, come on. That's the child, it's like a custody battle. Clearly it's over KSVK. She can barely hold her ground, even with every ounce of power committed. I don't know if chest-wise she lives up, but in terms of that hourglass, that dummy thickness, I think Helen may be losing here, actually. Like, Helen's top-heavy. I feel like Cocoon's more bottom-heavy, though. The attack crashes over her desperately maintained defenses in an instant, engulfing her like an overwhelming tide. In the final moment, she uses the copied permissions to trigger the highest level alert. Oh, clever. Following her action, an instruction is sent through vulnerability to every doll in the warehouse. So what is this, like a... What is this gonna do? It's just like a swarm of zombies, basically? Oh, okay, so it is. That's exactly what it is. No, you know, it's like the Ultron thing. This is like the, Ultron scene where they just swarm everywhere. Like a torrent of steel driven berserk. They smash open the doors and pour out like hornets, attacking every target in sight. We do love our hornets, don't we? Alarms flare. Cocoon, who is in control, cannot help but feel a flash of irritation at being disrupted. I wonder how difficult it is to clean that up. Barely in time, too. Clutching the well-disguised backup, she lifts her head from the mountain of files. Only now does she hear the abnormal alarms and sounds of chaos from outside the room. She immediately tries to contact Helen, but it doesn't go through. All that remains is a single message. So I guess guessing she told her, hopefully? Not just ad hoc improvisation. See, of course she didn't. Sometimes you gotta hold the cards not so close to your heart. She quickly decides to check in, since the archive room is not drawing any attention. Welcome, Miru. Hello, hello. But that's true. They both are great places to rest. Clearly, she should have gone plus ultra, but I don't know. More dolls can still appear to steal this crown. You know what's going on. So are they bumbling about, or are they like actually aggressively like a zombie horde though? Welcome, Meep. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? How's the event so far? Is it going well? The Hair Talk one. How's that hanging at this point in time? I think I saw some kind of announcement about it, but don't know what's going on. I do wonder if she's gonna be more effective in combat after the melding of her neural backups. We doing? True, true. We been like that. Voices interspersed with intense gunfire and the sound of footsteps, distorted by interference. And that's what it was. It was extended. It sucks. I mean, what do you get from it, though? Is it just money or special cosmetics? I feel like for me, realistically, it usually is basically just... I will do it if there's, like, cool collectibles. The only things that... Last time, oh boy. I think the only things that really had me interested was the duckies from the Duck Off event, and I thought we could get the multicam Alpine jacket, but no. It was just a lame-ass... What was it, like a Yushenka? Achievement, yeah. That's the thing though, if they tap into like a cool drip, then I'm more willing to do it, but if not for that, it's like, what's the point? Completionism, I guess, but still. I do wish I could fight the bosses more though. It does sound like fun. This is true. I wonder how long ago we dispatched support. That is true, that is true. Because I think that's like a genuinely meaningful thing to get. And sure, some people will be upset that you can buy it, but I don't necessarily mind too much. Like sure, some very difficult achievements are locked and you can't just buy your way through it. Rec packs. Halo 5 Guardians. Halo Scroll. But at the same time, some more basic, like, event stuff, I still think it's satisfying if you're able to get the achievement and earn it for free, because you're still saving, like, anywhere between, like, $5 to $15, and I think that's alright. I don't mind that. To me, the grind is pretty worth it, because it's as long as you're having fun, you know? Oh, you kicked their ass? Hell yeah, hell yeah. I know, I need to fight the goons more, but to be honest, what I need to do first is finish the rotation, or whatever it's called. Selling rigs to Ragman, so I can finally turn in all of the special goons equipment. Because it's just sitting there and waiting and eating up space in my stash, and y'all know how incredible my stash is. But that is pretty crazy, you know? Like, that cross-map Gar Age, crazy shit. But definitely a fun time to pick up stuff, though. Pretty funny, today I was browsing one of the classifieds, and I saw multiple PF plate frames. One is a PFM, and one's a normal plate frame for sale. And I saw one that had a Marpat set up. I was like, wait, isn't that is it Bird Eye or Big Pie? It's like that's Big Pie's plate carrier, isn't it? The moment I saw, I was like, that has to be a Big Pipe cosplay. Like, there's no reason. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be that. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's different. It's different. It's different. No, no. No, you are. I don't know. It's different, it's different, it's different. That's true though, it's true though, it's true. Perhaps we were goons all along. But you know what I find funny? I saw this meme today where it was like, in the Big 2-6, LEGO still uses the word goons for henchmen. It was the stupid, like, Chad meme. I love it. Back when she worked at the nursing home, Dushnevia always loved listening to the elderly residents telling stories of their youth. One word seemed to come up again and again. Home. Without her even realizing it, this word took root at the deepest part of her heart, turning into a fervent desire. She yearned for a place of belonging, where she would never be abandoned. For a long time after meeting the commander, she believed she'd found the home that she belonged to. And so the one she longed for also became the future that her mom desired the most. She opens her eyes once more and finds herself in that scene again. Ah, so this is... Wow, we're finally getting to the animation that was on the trailer. If they're running through the vegetables. She looks at the bags of fresh vegetables and at the familiar door. The question is, what does that entail? See, everyone's loadout, shall we say, is different, and, well, as a certain Banshee 44 once said, Keep that thing oiled, Guardian. Gotta make sure you're ready for action, no matter the time of day, no matter where you are. True. Well, you still can. You still can. You can be the Goonmobile, as one might say.
这里是我的家，也是我最熟悉的地方。在这里，你不会有失
I mean,
望。
she says that, but well, I've seen that trailer. She announces it like the declaration of serenity to an unseen enemy, saying the same phrase she always does. Setting aside her sliver of wariness, she smiles and pushes open the door she's opened countless times.
辛苦了。
The commander looks up, gives her a gentle smile, just as always.
指挥官和杜莎尼准备的晚餐是罗宋汤哦。
Why borscht? That's kind of random, actually. I mean, I guess we do live in, well, Ukraine, basically. During GFL2, like, all of this happens in Ukraine, basically. Because we're trying to get to Kiev, or leave, or whatever, and then, don't we go to some different cities? I was remembering the names, and I shit you not, don't we go to, like, the Donbass? I swear we do. You know, I've always wanted to try borscht. Ever since I heard it mentioned in Boris's videos. It's like a cream kind of red soup, isn't it? What's actually in borscht? What is in it? But yeah, speaking of that play frame, I know a guy that has like he's hella dripped out, and he was like, yeah, I paid like 600. I was like, he was like, what are you talking about? It's like $2,000. I'm like, yeah, have you checked the price recently? And shit's insane. People resell it for some crazy ass price. So it's a sour soup with meat stock, vegetables, and seasonings. I still feel like the term they're using here might be referencing something else. Because I think different cultures have, like, I'll see this stuff. Like, I'll go to some restaurant and I'll read the menu. I'll be like, this is a very questionable English translation. I feel like it's something else. I don't think it's actually borscht. It could be, because they do have it in the little thing. But, like, we saw was it the sea snails or something else? And I was like, oh, that's what it's a reference to. It all made sense to me. But that is interesting. Is that a thing? Sour cream and borscht. Sour cream in borscht. Oh, I guess you top it with sour cream. Interesting. I also did get to try those little dumplings. What are they called? It's like a Slavic thing. What are the Slavic dumplings called? Oh, so you top it with sour cream. That's what it is. It does sound good though. Beef shank and broth. Carrots, like you said, beets, potatoes. Maybe it's not that different of a flavor. Also, then the main thing is beets, so that's why. I guess everything else is secondary. Beets are everything. I really want to try this now. I wasn't sure what it would taste like, but this sounds delicious and, well, very good for you, honestly. I love, like, slow-cooked soups consisting of, like, bones, meat, and, like, lots of vegetables that are, like, kind of light-ish. It just energizes you, you know? Like, it's just very nutritionally dense. It's very nutritionally efficient, and apparently can help you lose weight, too. Pretty cool. It's like a cabbage soup, which makes you expend more calories digesting it than you actually get from it. Like a much more ancient and less stupid version of konjac jelly, I think. Yeah, like konjac noodles. I think it's konjac, yeah. There's another term for it, but I actually have decided to try these konjac macaroni. And let me tell you, that shit was disgusting. Like, it tasted so strange. There was like a weird smell to it. It had a very not great texture. But I wanted to try it and I ate it with some of my beloved meat sauce, which I haven't made in a hot minute, but maybe I'll do it again. I need a new pan, honestly, so I can not destroy my coating with the tomatoes every time. I'm telling you, I need like a proper induction usable stainless steel pan so I can actually cook things. Awful. But yeah, it kind of saved it, but God, it tasted so bad. Like, not even my favorite soup, enough soup, but sauce could truly rescue that damn macaroni. Concrete port 4:30. Ooh, unfortunate. Well, regardless, Frida, I'm glad you're here. Were you waiting for me? How sweet. But were you waiting for me, or were you just happen to be up? Because well, naughty, someone was already awake. But regardless, stay safe. Rest up. Don't sweat it. See, your streak is safe. Your streak is safe. But yeah, we're just finishing stuff up here. Anyways, I will try borscht at some point. That's on the menu now. Figuratively and literally. I want to try it. And when I do, I'll tell you guys all about it. I don't know if it's pierogi. It probably is. It's like a soft dumpling. And the inside was just cheese, I think. Deftly tying your apron. But is it a naked apron? Just apron over the armor. She neatly lays out the ingredients and begins to process them. She immerses herself in her cooking while keeping an eye on any changes in her space. What if it's in the soup? Oh, it could be from the food in her hands. Oh no. I see. Gotcha. Well, that's all right then. See, let my soothing voice, calm you on your way to the concrete pour. Right, because they tried to wipe her, didn't they? I kind of forgot what happened. She continues to cook. We love that. As countless theories pass through her neural cloud, wearing the same relaxed, gentle smile she always does. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Receiving no reply, she turns to look. Next instant, oh no, we're dead. The smile freezes. Right then, she hears the sound of another person's footsteps. Is this KSV King? She hurries after the footsteps, only to find her Schneppy on the floor. The curtain stirs. A blurry figure flashes past. They're still here. She rushes, desperate to chase them down. What greets her is a sudden counterattack. An immense force of impact. What could she have impacted in? That is the question. I'm all good. Her body is paralyzed. The face of the murderer is covered by a veil of darkness. Every action she takes seems to be stopped. All she feels is herself falling, collapsing uncontrollably within her brain. That is the power of a third-gen doll. Her consciousness returns. She gasps for breath, finding herself still in the room. Zien is the same. Doorbell rings again. Her neural cloud is frozen solid. She's stuck in a time loop. What's going on? She tries to walk, only to find she has no control. She's now a spectator, as if she is a guest in someone else's base layer. She watches herself leave this room and enter. She watches Tusnev look up and run towards her, only to be dismantled, well, that's fucked up, by her own hands. And the commander is next. Corrupted code makes it all shift. The faces belonging to them become blurred beyond recognition. Just an illusion, perhaps. So they haven't gone that far yet. She frowns at the events unfolding before her. Even though she knows this place is but a fabrication, watching herself do these things, still quite traumatizing. Once again, it was Groundhog Day. The same setting returns. She stands in this room, gazing at the space that she has created. This is the home she's always longed for, the core region of her base layer. Countless enemies have attempted an invasion, but she had the power to crush them every time. But now, she's been dragged into this space, making her believe that this is her home. Be it her daughter or her treasured commander, enemy merely constructed a framework that modified them. Okay, so she's still got a method of counterattack. Everything familiar dissolves into nothing. It all scatters amidst a violent shaking, merging into a new, pure white silhouette. Animation, we love that. This is 1995? Hell yeah, hell yeah. God. 30 years, that's crazy. We love that though. You know, I never really got into anime until much later, but we really do take for granted how nice it is these days, you know? Like, for all the complaints one could make about Crunchyroll and whatnot, it is better than hunting for, like, random DVD rips and having to wait months and months for translations. It do be rough, it do be rough. No subtitles either, imagine. But truly, truly. Well, I mean, she's always been like that, though. I like that she's still got some light left in her. Of course it is. I still feel like she's based on her. Oh, thank you, Fault here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow as well. Glad to have you guys here. How you doing? How you doing? And why is it in there? Unless it's just a confirmation. Why is it in there though? I wonder. No. So what is the whole thing with Coronal Hole anyways? I just always think of the naked apron thing. It's the classic thing. It's like, oh, dinner, bath, or... I remember seeing the meme where it was probably a Blue Archive character. It's like, oh, dinner, bath, or jail. Which is just a room. Age is just a number. Kibodos is just a place. I have no memory. That makes sense, honestly. But still, given the situation, it seems like some of my data got extracted and implanted into the database within you. I wonder what the rest of them are based on then. If she's based on Helen, then who is Dart Shore and Blue Sphere based on? Faced with her provocation, she maintains a composed smile. Bullshit, it seems it was. They may be built different, but the template is the same. And so basically that is what it is. They're building upon... Oh! Wait a second. This is the whole thing with Neural Cloud, isn't it? Isn't the... I don't know if it's confirmed, but that was the main reason for... Oh! Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Faultier. How you doing? How you doing? What were y'all doing earlier? What y'all doing? Oh, thank you, Serena. Thank you for the follow. Well, hello, new people. Or riders, well. Could be. Unless it's sabers, no. But, what an opportunity for us to witness my wings as per usual, as is tradition. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you guys here. I am your Habu 71, fastest jet in these skies. I am SR-71 Blackbird, as you can see. Specifically, the one residing at the Advarhazing Smithsonian. So definitely come check us out. Come visit me. And definitely check out Vfleet. We got a very cool mission, which is to promote museums, aviation, and ship museums mainly, and keep the memory alive, as it were. We're all, most of us at least, big history buffs, and, well, some of us military enthusiasts, so, fun times, fun times. But yeah, the wings, as you can see, they just take up a lot of space, as they should, as they should. Like, I think, before I was, like, tuning, like, how much space I could realistically have them take up, but to really show them off, it really is a complete screen censorship. Yes, it is very rare we get to see it all. So embrace this, enjoy the time you get to see this. The Sharky Man-Eater. Oh, I see. Well, Hellsing Ultimate. You know what? I still need to. Okay, Hellsing's great. Like, I've only seen clips here and there, and unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you see it, I do need to, and I definitely should check out the actual show at some point. But I think a lot of what I've seen is just the Upbridge series. which I don't think really happens that often anymore, to be honest. I feel like abridged stuff was in its heyday in the, I don't know, like mid 2010s, early mid 2010s. What do you mean? Hmm? I'm confused. What do you mean? What do you mean? But like I was saying, yeah, I feel like actually I personally took part in a little abridged series for, I think it was like Sword Art Online, like nothing crazy like that, but it was just like a little side project, a little comic dub, as one might say, from back in the day with my old anime club. It was pretty chill. It was just like a fun little thing, and I will always remember the scene with the bitches love cannons. Unless I'm misremembering, that is Helsing, isn't it? But whether you know, like comic dubs, not comic dubs, but abridged or not, I think it definitely does get people into it, and again, that's how you gotta do. I agree. Like watching like abridged, I think the which ones did I actually watch though? Did people do Konosuba abridged? They might have, because I did do or watch. Sorry, abridged some clips of abridged Dragon Ball Z. But I think a comic got killed. Did that get abridged? It might have. I don't remember though. But yeah, that's good shit. That's good shit. But yeah, Hellsing has so much cool stuff. I really have to watch it at some point. I'm sure it's on Netflix, which I have my own qualms with it because if you don't know, Netflix now has a paid tier, which has ads. I know, horrifying, right? In the grimdark future of 2026, we have paid services with ads in them. Absurd. If you told me that back in the day, I would have been like, no, impossible. Who the fuck would pay for that? Me. I would pay for it. Why do I do that? I mean, I'm pretty good on the whole subscriptions thing. Pretty much at this point, I just have Crunchyroll, which I bought because I wanted to watch a certain show. I was like, fuck it. I don't mind having the convenience of being able to cast easily. But Netflix has me like, But it's stuff like this which has made me... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check right now. Is Hellsing on... Is it on Crunchyroll? Because I haven't checked, but the thing with Crunchyroll is that it's also not the most complete of collections anymore. They take stuff away. Truly. Big CRX taketh and giveth in spades. Let's see it. Do they have Hellsing? Oh, they do. Okay. Well, now I know. They got Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate. Is there an order for this, or no? Is one like a prequel, or is it kind of like Brotherhood versus the standard Fullmetal Alchemist, or is it not? I don't know. Is one a sequel? Is it just the same rehashing? Because Hellsing is pretty old at this point, relatively. And again, I like most of my knowledge is because of abridged stuff. So, you know. Now, for some reason, they added the wrong way to use healing magic. I don't know why that's even popping up as top results. We never got a second season though. I like the first season though. It was cool. It's kind of a shame though. No season 2. But indeed. Become the missile, after all. Speed kills. That's how you do it. What do you mean though? What do you mean by White Leanin? Anyhow. I feel like I might have seen some stuff of Maneater, but we love our little short games. But what can I say? Good taste, good taste. Well, why would you want to discard that, though? Gorgeous, truly. Clearly she should just come visit us, you know. She should just come visit the Elmo and it'll be great. We have a home waiting for her here. I think it was pretty obvious, though. This is not the most shocking reveal. But I'm really curious, so how many different dolls were used to create Cocoon specifically? Or just, was it the conglomeration of all of the dolls' data? Like, why would they not all have this stuff kind of baked into them? I don't know, the thing about Ghost Relentless, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you kind of just need to know from way before, to be honest. I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait for a stupid roll for her. The other bosses, I was like, whatever, but holy shit. Also, do you see how broken AK-15 is? Like, turn 0, map wipe. Just look at that. Oh my god. Calmly but precisely manipulating a powerful data stream, she closes in within the neural space. However, as the distance shrinks, she finds her movements are growing sluggish. Outside the layer, a massive flood of redundant data appears to attempt to join her processing queue. It relentlessly tears the computational space she perfectly planned. See? Sometimes the original does it best. Also, that's why it's not even because of the physical disruption. It's also this. I love her little, like, kind of like surprise look. It's cute. Oh. I don't know, 12D chess or something. I can't wait for the 4th gen dolls. What are they gonna have now? They're gonna become Voltron? Where do you have the alternative forms? I mean, I'm surprised there's only a few, to be honest. I'm surprised you didn't just have them all swarm her. That honestly makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? I'm a little curious what her alternate form is. Well, actually, speaking of which, I wonder if we're gonna have the alternate forms as an alt mode for the 3rd gens. Because then we're definitely getting... Was it Darchur first? I think it's Darchur first. And then... No, not Darchur. I keep forgetting the name. Sextons. No, Sextons comes first. I mean, I got a whole thing still with... Why did they drop the T? Like, do they think we don't know what that means in English? Her name in, like, the original, it's just sextant, the thing for navigating in the ocean. Why? What was wrong with using an actual word? The rest of them have actual, kind of, not really. I mean, one is a blue sphere, that's actually also not very useful, but, you know, a cocoon is a cocoon. A sextant is a thing for navigation. A blue sphere is blue and a sphere, so sure. I never looked it up. Does Darchur mean something? Maybe it does. Games like this often drop random stuff. No, it does not. It doesn't mean anything. Unless they have a different name for her in the other... Oh, wait, hold on. No. Is this just a pronunciation thing? Wait, what is this? It's Black Eye. Her name was Black Eye. Why? What was wrong with just... Okay. Dark Oculus, I don't know. Would have been less strange. Well, Darkshore is fine though. I don't mind that as a name. You know what's funny? Like as I look up, I just see the fish, and then above me I have one of the empty fish, shall we say, from CarrierCon. So I don't know if you guys know about the Capitalist Guild building something that required a moving component inside of it, and they were literally gutting these weird plush fish things. So I ended up with one, and it's now being held by a little cat plushie. I just look up to see that. I was like, It stares at me every day, and I love it. It's so cute. I'll post it at some point, probably. But we do love Helen. The one true MILF of GFL. Let's be honest, there's no such thing. They're the real masters here. Masters of baiting. Doesn't even work too well though, because I think it was only one doll has really been properly messed up. I don't even know what happened though. Because the other two, Darcher basically made her own fate with the weird server meltdown to unlock her functions. Blue Sphere was destroyed. Alarms continue to blare. Meanwhile, she grows even more ferocious. Mama Bear has been unleashed. Abandon it? What do you mean? It's not being abandoned. It's being comfortably cuddled in its paws. See, it's still there after all this time. The first time since the confrontation began, thought of retreat. She regards the enemy before her coldly. Weighing her options, she chooses to withdraw. If Blue Sphere were here to provide cover, she could just slip in, alter it, and check what's going on. But as she pointed out, no matter what she does, traces of tampering will inevitably remain. Eliminating her in certain circumstances would endanger her actual mission, which is... what exactly? More obfuscation? Shelving her clash for the time being, she rapidly pulls data and begins mass-scale deletions and alterations. In Helen's room, she props up her friend into a sitting position, calling her name softly. She loaded her neural records 2 minutes ago, completed a preliminary check. It's already checked this cloud. Backup is intact, but whether she can really recover, and to what state, remains uncertain. I wonder if she's still gonna speak strangely. Slot 11, Nine-tailed fox. Until the heirs. What's the lore with that one? Is it like Ari or something? Do you begin buying leak skins whenever that happens? Welcome, welcome. You know what's funny? The other day I was reading some thread, I don't know what it was, but I just saw someone's comment. I was like, oh, there's no Cougar in mission. I was like, oh my god, you have skipped containment. People are bringing this shit up even here. Kind of funny. Ah, she's back, she's back. She excitedly grabs her arm, but the doll just stares at her in bewilderment. Oh no, is her new memories gone? Oh, is this... I'm guessing this is right after. So she's basically been restored to right as she was being wiped then, huh? Interesting. No, I know. I just thought it was funny. That is correct. That you can see at least, but that is true. Just two. Just two. But who knows? Maybe more will become canonical. But no. 2 in the perfect spots. The doll looks around in confusion. She takes her hand, trying to pull her to her feet. Oh no. Loss has occurred. Contain? Why am I being contained? Why do I need containment? No such thing is necessary. Let me roam freely. Because she was wiped properly, so maybe she really has just been restored to that point right before. Oh, good night, Fortia. Thank you for hanging. Please do rest up. I certainly will. Catch you around. Hopefully I'll see you later. And thank you for reminding me I should definitely check out housing. Someone else that's... I mean, how do you even define that? Debatably. Isn't there one already sus enough? And also, what does that even mean? But there's also the whole thing where it's like the kiss marks. This is true. Impossible. It may be possible for but a few seconds, but it does tend to pop open. She snaps her head towards the source, standing in the doorway. Is I'm guessing Cocoon, studying the occupants with evident amusement. No such thing. Yeah, I was like, what does that mean? Define that. Meeting a pair of eyes that share a gaze eerily similar. It's that MILF energy, you know? She's got that aura of MILF. She smiles and steps closer. Oh, she's approaching. She springs to her feet and spreads her arms wide, placing herself between them. But she pays her no mind. Her gaze pierces straight through her and lands on the doll sheltered behind her. the instant she sees her, the icy smile shifts unexpectedly, giving way to one that's almost gentle, yet obviously deeply unsettling. Penne pasta? With what though? What sauce? Red sauce, white sauce, cream sauce. You know, I do honestly miss that. Like, I used to have this restaurant I would go to, and I don't know if it was the kids menu, but there was cream sauce, red sauce, tomato sauce. But you could also get a tomato cream sauce. You could mix them, it was like half and half. It was honestly so good. So good. I should make it again, but I don't really know what was in the cream sauce, to be honest. Because I don't, it wasn't Alfredo. It was something different. I don't think I was a huge fan of. Maybe I did like it. I would have it from time to time. I miss that place still. Well, it was really random because one day it just up and closed, and I heard stuff from the employees where there was just like one day they showed up to work and doors were locked. Fucked up shit, you know. But yeah, ooh, vodka sauce. Oh, that does sound good. I've wanted to try it, so I just mainly know vodka sauce because of this one story I read where this mom was wondering what was happening to all of her vodka. She was like, hmm. So she had like I think a couple of children, either 2 or 3 kids. One was a college student, and I believe one was in high school, and one was in middle school. I think the thing was that either the one at college was away, so they're like, it can only be one of 2 people. So I think it was either the high schooler, and in the end, oh, hold on, what happened exactly? So I think the what happened was I think it had been going missing from time to time, but the college student wasn't really there much because they were in college. Like they did come back, but they're like, the timing isn't correct. It's not tracking with just when the college student is sent home. And they tried to blame the high schooler, but they're like, no, I promise, mom, it's not me. It's my little sister, who was, I think, 11 or 12, something like that. And it turns out the youngest had been using it to make vodka sauce. So the joke was like people were joking, like, damn, that must have been hella high pressure. Where upon confrontation, the the youngest had to basically live make perfect vodka pasta in front of her mom to prove that that's what she was doing with it. And there was like, you know what? Okay, fair enough. Like she made it flawlessly based on like a TikTok recipe. No, kind of funny. But no, I've never made it actually. But usually because my vodka is too strong, I don't think it would make much sense to put that into any kind of pasta sauce. But is it difficult or is it pretty simple? I don't know if it's like pasta alla vodka. Is it like a very careful temperature control or is it fairly simple? Because this is making me want some actually. I don't know if alcohol would eat away at the coating though. Hmm. Would it? I mean, alcohol definitely does clean stuff, but I don't know if it would fuck with the polymerized seasoning the same way acid does. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I imagine it would. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, God, that does sound good. Wagyu ribeye and French loaf. Did you have the beef drippings to dip into? Oh, that sounds good. Oh, just store-bought sauce. Oh, in that case, never mind. I think I have had it before, because I think I did buy store-bought vodka sauce, but I don't know if it hits the same. It didn't seem way too crazy special, but it was still good. I think pastas are like a nice, simple way to like make something you can really tune to your own liking. I love adding fresh veggies and shrooms to it. Does it? Well, I know it's not. When you say that, do you mean it's artificially flavored? Because, I mean, the whole thing with the vodka is you cook it off, and the flavor is what remains. There's no alcohol in it. Or are you just saying it's not actually flavored with vodka in it? What do they use instead? Does something else give you the signature taste? Oh, falsehoods, falsehoods. You certainly should. I think that'd be fun. It's like a nice little gift for your mom. This is true. Very true. I used to make pasta. Like, I would try to make crab pasta. I think I made it once or twice, and my parents did not want to eat it. It was alright, though. Sense of familiarity draws her towards... no. Definitely, as people would say, it's mother-shaped. An instinct. How could she? Bullets strike the floor near her feet without warning, halting her approach. Nikata pushes the door and enters, raising her gun coldly. Oh, interesting. And what gives her the audacity to do this? She glances back with a dismissive light scoff. She then turns back, steps forward, walking smoothly, completely ignoring the gun pointed at her. She should remember, though. Interesting. Oh, well, I thought it does, though. I could have sworn people said it does impart a flavor. I thought the whole point was you cook it off, but just like red wine. See, that was what surprised me, because I felt like vodka doesn't, well, depends on what you're drinking, I guess, but for the most part, it tastes like alcohol. I mean, it's kind of the point, right? Some are smoother than others, but it just tastes like alcohol. I mean, what I have is like the most alcohol can taste, frankly. But does some of it actually have, I don't know, like a little bit of remainder alcohol inside of it? I don't know if that would really taste that good. Ah, that is a shame. That's really random though. I've never heard of an analogy like that. That's fascinating and unfortunate. I don't know if there's someone that does do that, but I feel like there's someone that I knew or I read about that. Well, I know a guy that's allergic to. Oh, you know what's funny? I realized when looking through my phone, I actually wrote down his like comically long list of allergies one time. And when I was scrolling, I was like, wait a second, I actually wrote it down just because it was so absurd. I was like, oh, mainly if I don't bring stuff that he's allergic to. He's not super like deathly allergic. He'll just be like, oh, it starts getting kind of tingly. It doesn't feel too right, but I'll just deal with it anyways. Like he does that a lot. Like he'll just push through just because he wants to eat the food. This man loves food. He loves his meals. He's a certified foodie. Just impressive considering how much stuff he cannot eat, or not without some adverse effects, shall we say. Like all the time, we were in college. He every time we'd go to get boba, like it's a big group, like he would disappear at the end. Like we knew he's like, guys, catch you guys in a bit, and then he would just respawn a good 30 minutes later from the bathroom, where it's like, was it bad? He's like, yeah, it was bad. Unfailingly, unfailingly. What's funny is like at no point did he ever purchase Lactaid. I don't know why, because like I have another friend that loves chocolate milkshakes. And every time he's like, gotta make sure to pack my Lactaid before we go out to do stuff. I think one time I had to steal a little bit from my stepbrother's stash to give to him, because he forgot some, but since he was borrowing my car, my stepbrother had left some Lactaid pills inside. I was like, you know, just take it, just fucking take it. Enjoy your damn chocolate milkshake. Maybe more than that, honestly. More than that, more than that. Yes, exactly. I do have both. I do have both. There's multiple choices. I got my favorites. Like for flavor, I do prefer the Black Seal, but I've been shifting towards something stronger. This jet does need the best fuel you can get. She looks to Matilda, then back at Cocoon, who's still approaching. They're approaching me. She was awakened just moments ago. Despite her repeated insistence, they're companions. The residual commands tell her she should still be inside, carrying out her duties. The pink-haired doll's frame looks nothing like Helen, yet her voice and manner are strikingly similar. Ah, she remembers. That's why. That's what she was doing. Her words are like a key, instantly unlocking long-sealed memories. But now she's caught between a companion with a deathly familiar bearing, and one who claims to be a companion from the future. Oh, but Alex, catch you later. Well, oh no, such a you have to enjoy your escape from work. Ain't no such thing. Like I said, I don't drink as much as you think I do. I have cut it down drastically. You know what I just realized? So if you look at, well, let me move. If you look at her holster here, because we've seen she has a very long suppressor. First of all, it doesn't actually show up, does it? Can we see it? No, we can't. I guess she attaches it afterwards. That's kind of funny. Like, she just draws it and then screws it on. Like, what is this, CSGO? Putting it on the USPS-S, then unscrewing it every time. But imagining if she had it on there, it's just like the comically long draw, like the Joker, to pull it out. I don't know, no cross straw. Was it cross? Not a cross straw, but the shoulder holsters are pretty interesting. I've never actually tried one. I just don't think that's really the best choice, per se. I mean, I guess aesthetically it does look the best on her, but just don't think it would feel very nice. It might debatably conceal better, but I kind of feel like she just wears it because it looks cool, though. But this is true. This is true. If you would like to, take up some gamer subs, which lots of cool stuff. You can get caffeinated or decaf. There's even Gamerade, which is like Gatorade. Got electrolytes, what plants crave. Do use code JETFUEL for 10% off your order. And you can help support some museums. So, fun stuff. Yeah, more or less. More or less. To a degree. To a degree. How about no? How about no GTA 5 short card bullshit? No pay to win. No pay to win. No pay to win. No pay to win bullshit. We don't do that here. Yeah, it's been downgraded in some ways. The scales begin to tip. She begins to slowly lower her weapon. I don't want to try it though. I am curious if it works well or not. I mean, eventually it'll add up. See, if you buy 10 times, then you will have essentially gotten 100% discount on something. Because that's how it works, right? You just get 10% every time, and make 10 purchases, then it was free. You get one free order. Yeah, exactly. See, if you buy 10 things, then you'll have gotten 100% off one order. It just works. It's just science. Hesitation drains as soon as we're mentioned. Their spirits lift in an instant. But can't you just instantly fight them? The big deal. Fury finally boils over. She roars and pulls the trigger, lighting it up with muzzle flashes. But she doesn't even move her feet. He simply watches her quietly as the bullets graze past her. Oh, is she able to force her to miss? What's your new board gonna be? What's the new build? Honestly, you know, after everything, I got a new board too. I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, it was also a good deal, but yeah, like I'd broken keys as well. It was not ideal. I finally got to try something I wanted to for a long time, so it worked out. Oh, come here, come to mommy. The same composed smile remains on her face, as though her assault were nothing more than an inconsequential, harmless bit of entertainment. Ignoring her protests, Dushnevia approaches, reaches out to stroke her hair. It's just like before. She remembers the countless days and nights curled up in her arms, listening to her excited stories. That tracks. I'm sure it feels like Helen. Her hand slowly moves downward. Her forehead, as if by accident, covers her eyes. She lifts her head to face the other two, who cannot do anything about all of this. She flashes them a provocative smile of victory. Well, like every look is provocative. That glue eater, love that, love that. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for joining Stealth Recon Squadron. Glad to have you here. I don't know, what's your favorite flavor? Got one you like? You know, it's funny because I used to use Elmer's glue, but I was introduced to a new glue called Uhu glue. I guess it's German apparently in origin. It's same but different. It's not as tacky, I guess, and not as goopy. Pretty cool. I use it for wigs now. Kind of handy. I've been trying it out, and it does work. Footsteps rapidly approach. He turns to look and finally sees Helen rushing towards them. Ah, there we go. Oh, magnetic. That's interesting. Wait, Gatorot mixes magnetic now. I'm kind of surprised. When did that get added? Whoa, disaster. How dare you? Clearly I'm 65 years young. Come on now. The Helen who appears before her stirs an indelible sense of familiarity, etched in the depths of her mind. It compels her to instinctively take a huge step towards... Oh, understandable, I mean, wouldn't we all? Just run straight. Run towards mommy or something. Yet a cold hand seizes her from behind. She turns. She sees Cocoon's face, wearing that same gentle smile that left no room for debate. How about Flexio? How about that? Because the magnetic is pretty, so are they Hall effect? So does it work with... Do you need it? Is it its own PCB? Or am I missing some context as to how these magnetics work? Is the Hall effect self-contained within the Switch? I mean, again, honestly, I barely remember how all this stuff works. It's been a hot minute since I've been in the keyboard game. Like, I think I quit before the booting became popular and accessible, because the whole thing was, I think at this point, we're finally getting a lot of, no, for this two things have occurred. Number one is keyboard hobby became mainstream. Second thing was a lot of the high-tech stuff that was more popular with like gaming boards and OEMs has kind of finally bled through to custom boards. Because custom boards in the past was basically just an endless flex environment where you could basically build a comically expensive thing, which was an experience, not so much a performance thing. It just feels really nice to use with like your little weights and the heavy boards and this and that. But interesting, good to know. I mean, I can't use it now, but I do have some hotspot boards, which I'd be interested in trying it out. I'll probably look into it. Do they fit in standard hot swap sockets? Anything different? Because I've got a TS68, and honestly, I kind of want to swap it out. Currently, it's full of Gat yellows with just like a random black pink. I forgot the brand, but it looks like a panda. Nothing too expensive, and that's what I'm running right now. It's just kind of okay, you know. Like it's not bad or good. Okay, 230. No, that's true. Like, I paid a little bit less. Like, brand new, my board, my new Razer board is probably about that much. Pre-built sounds like such a strange sentence, but no, I kind of see what it is now. It is weird to imagine a custom keyboard being a pre-built, but... I don't know. I mean, I've had some really nice boards, but I just never really got into it. I used to want a Mercutio, and the whole thing was like, I used to want like a rotary encoder and all that stuff. I mean, I have them on my various different boards, but I barely touch them anymore. I probably should bust out my good old classic splits again, though. Those are fun. But I just liked the real customizability of more boards that focus more on different shapes and not just like, how can we make this a really expensive typewriter-esque experience? I don't know, it's a couple different things I want to try. Like, if I just had extra cash for some reason. Number one, I want to finally try Topra. That's definitely one. I really want to try Topra, because I used to run 68-gram silent tactiles. So I love that tactile feel, and Topra was great. Topra was amazing. From the few times I got to try it, and I know there's a couple different options, like I think FL Maker makes one, or a couple different places. Of course, Happy Hacking Keyboard is the OG, but I'm not a programmer, I'm not a coder, I don't do that, so it has very little use for me. Or at least I don't think it really suit me too well. And then, but I was basically curious about Topro for the feel, and then for the performance, Hall effect. I am using optical now. I don't really know that I've noticed a difference at all. Like, I thought it might help, but when I was playing with the Nikkei rhythm game. I don't know if it really made a huge difference. Maybe it's because I got the more tactiles. I got the I think I got the linears, but there is more of a tactile feel insofar as they're actually kind of heavy compared to like the clickies. They didn't have a tactile option, I don't think. It was just clicky or linear and they're actually kind of heavy, so I do like them. That's why I decided to get it. No tactile bump, but enough that it's not just going straight down. The performance-wise, I still feel like nothing ever really beat out Cherry MX Speed Silvers. My second board, actually, was like a Corsair with full of Speed MX Silvers. That's good stuff. So, magnetic switches, they have to have a North Pole pin. Oh, I see. Well, hold on, though. North Pole pin? I'm looking at it now. Huh. That does look kind of different. So you do need a specific board for this, huh? That's pretty cool. Oh, okay, that's why. No, you're right. So I see it. You have to have a Hall effect board, not just from mechs. That's a shame. Okay, gotcha. You have to have Hall effect boards. Okay, that's still cool though. I don't know because I know more places are doing Hall effect. Oh, that looks hella good. Oh my god, the RGB looks so fucking nice on that. Oh my god, I love it. Looks good. I want to try this though. I want to try this. I wonder if they have low profile. Anyways, someday I'll build something else. Some days I'll build something else. Oh, okay. But then here's the thing, realistically, are you actually gonna reach 15 million actuations? Hell, do you think you've reached 5 million on anything ever? I doubt it. I haven't counted, but unless you're like doing insane, not even data entry, unless you're just a true keyboard warrior, like writing full-blown essays, you might wear out a switch or two, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it's unlikely. But this is I'm exquisite taste, or I thought you were saying I had exquisite taste, because I was. It's definitely true. I pride myself on my exquisite taste. She blurts out a retort, only to catch herself halfway, realizing she nearly exposed them. She swallows the rest of her words with bitter regret, shoots her an intense glare. Yeah, fuck it. I will make some gamer subs. I think should be here. God, I don't even know if this has become solid at this point. I seriously need to blow through it a little bit faster, because all of it is becoming solid at a rate that I do not like at all. Wait, doing what? Why is there live action? That sounds kind of cursed. I think it was actually interesting though, wasn't it? Oh, speaking of live action fighting game movies, there is the new live action Mortal Kombat is out. It was interesting. I mean, I watched the first one. I wasn't a big fan. I mostly just remember seeing Jax get wrecked with a KSG in his hands, and it shows him getting his arm snapped off. True. You gotta become a professional AO3 writer. How could I have? No, I need to argue with people on Reddit. Obviously, that's what it is. I need to argue with people on Discord and Reddit simultaneously, all day, 24/7. That's my full-time job, and then I will hit 30 million activations actually. Yeah, I don't know. Optical hasn't really blown me away, but I don't think I've. If you can give me a suggestion on what I can test it on, then I'd love to. But no. Sensing her renewed hesitation, she releases her grip. Instead, she gives her shoulder a light push with her fingertip. A gesture so gentle, yet carrying such a venomous lie. It was good, it was good. How did you feel about the protagonist, though? Because there's a whole... I thought he was supposed to be a reference to somebody, but he was new, wasn't he? This, I think he was a new character. Did he exist previously in Mortal Kombat games? I don't think so. Unless it was just like a weird mix of different characters. I don't feel like he was though. What is that logo he has? Like a dragon? Oh wait, he's Liu. Is he supposed to be Liu Kang? He's supposed to be Liu Kang. Ah, that shit's stupid. I don't like it. It doesn't really match in my eyes. I don't think so. But I remember seeing Johnny Cage, and that was pretty cool. Working playing MMOs. Okay, so do you work from home or do you bring it to work and back? Because I ended up just leaving my tester board. I just leave like a semi-shitty board at work. I'm not gonna bring my nice one. But I did want to, just to like flex on people, because there's some amateurs, that I used for like a good 2 or 3 weeks. I heard this from across the floor. There was this guy that would just like very loudly talk about keyboards, and I was just like, wow, a pre-built Keychron? Oh, horrible. He sounds so like he's like just like fake knowledgeable. I was so disgusted. I was just like, oh my god, I hate everything I'm hearing. I just felt a strong desire to bring my own board, but I never did. I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna bother with it because of what I use. I don't want to have to like write down all my keybinds. It's just been a hot minute. Well, I mean, are you not allowed to? Is it a security issue? I guess that makes sense. But I see. Very nice. Work from home. Well, that's interesting. I thought most people could never really reach those actuation cycles. Huh. So 3 to 4 years. That's not too bad, though. Well, of course, of course. Welcome, Kaiser. How are you doing? I actually have some dedicated numpad slash macro pads, which I have still never set up properly. I should at some point. Yeah, the thing about Logitech ones, is it the G915 wireless? I really wanted one actually for a while. I really wanted one, but there's certain features I couldn't get over. Plus, it was really pricey, which is why I got the Deathstalker Pro V2 because it was basically the same thing, but it feels a little bit better. Those on-RON switches that Logitech uses are just very unsatisfying to actually type on. But the Deathstalker, despite being low profile, it feels really good. There's good actuation force, I think, so I fuck with it a lot. It was cool. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Plus, it doesn't have the weird, shitty, squishy buttons. Everything is either, besides the pause and play button and the volume wheel, which also is genuinely nice, much better than the one that was weirdly buggy that I had on my Arctis 7, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's not true. If you're using what I think you are, it's like the B3K Omron switches. Those are not as custom as you think. I know this because I was really into it, and a long time ago, we were talking about my beloved Sound Blaster, Creative Sound Blaster keyboard. Creative makes sound cards. Meep did in fact end up purchasing the one that I posted. It was just really cool. Like, when I used to bring it to meetups, people were like, oh shit, that's cool. Like, it never failed. I mean, obviously my whole my whole lineup was drippy as fuck, but I loved that thing. That was my favorite. Everyone was like, oh, it's quite something. But those are like Omron Blacks, I think. Anyways, that pattern does exist. I don't know how much aftermarket support there is, so don't get me wrong, but it is a thing. Yeah, true. No surprise there. I mean, I'm at FS, you have to ask for everything, so I never bothered asking for one of their shitty boards. Or shitty mice. I just brought my own. Otherwise, it's trackpad and laptop keyboard for you. You actually have to request a monitor too. It's the whole thing. Is this the Logic Plague? Is this the Logic Plague against the Roner and Silos? Simply do not choose. Avoid all risk. Risk management systems. Don't play the game. It's how you win. Her voice is like an enchanting spell, steadily encroaching on our mind. Send me a picture, because if it uses like the 2 prongs, like I said, that's an Omron pattern. They're not actually special. Logitech says they are, but no, it's an Omron switch. It's not special. Again, you said it's the low profile specifically, right? Because Logitech has a few different ones. They have the standard Cherry MX, like, stems, but if it's got like the 2 little tabs, that's an Omron design. Which I think people mainly know them for mouse switches though, huh? Which that's the whole thing. Custom mice is a whole nother board. Yeah, truly. You want to stay in place, then all you have to do is stand still and wait. See, I love this. Like, she's stuck in, truly, she's in an envious position. See, look at that. She's like in between the mom off. I told you guys it was gonna be the moms fighting over her. Not a bad place to be. Not a bad place to be. Crazy side perspective. Equally insane side perspective. Telling you, they hit different. Helen's clear. Sorry, voice clear and resolute. Cuts through the web of lies that she's woven.
抱着这样的想法，希望被选择，希望不被抛下。一次又一次的等待，祈祷那个人能够回来。你还真是完全说中我们曾经所做的最胆小。
Interesting. Yeah, I can try to find it, but just try looking at Omron switches. So there's like, okay, there is a keycap, like a wiki, or not key, there's like a key switch wiki, hold on. What is it called? Oh my god. Is it? No shot, is it a fucking Namu wiki? What the hell? It might be Namu wiki. No, I don't think so. What is AliExpress of a wiki? Okay, anyways. That's kind of crazy. No, I think it's Desk Authority. It's a Desk Authority. I think it's Desk Authority. No, these are not... No. Keycap isn't these. No, it's not this one. Omron makes a couple different types. Okay, manufacturer Omron. Switches. Alps B3R. Oh my god. Gee. I think it's B3K, like I said. Yeah, so, like I said, Omron B3K. I think part of why I knew is because when I was digging into details about this very, very cool Sound Blaster keyboard, which I found, I think when I was raiding a Dead Fries, of all places. Which is why, yeah, this is what it is. So, as you can see, Omron B3K are a series designed for backlighting, crazy. But they've been released in branded variants. It's all bullshit. It's not fucking original. Everything got an OEM. I'm telling you. All these big ass manufacturers, they'll make you think. It's just marketing. Everything's marketing. At least, probably 65% of the price of most things from huge companies. It's marketing. That's all it is. Marketing. Meaningless. Logitech's Roamer G. That's an Omron B3K. Gamma Zulu for Das keyboard. I don't know what that is, but... And as I mentioned, Creative Labs had the PRES. And there's some more special stuff with the PRES switches. But Omron made the B3K PRES, which I think they marketed a bunch of really cool shit. I think the main thing was you could basically do... This was really old. Keep in mind, it's very old. So they were basically doing stuff that the OmniPoint, I think, there's like the OmniPoint switches. Before all the Hall effect stuff, the OmniPoint in the SteelSeries boards, it was acted more like a controller. It's like a progressive trigger, where the harder you press, the further you press, versus the lighter you press. It's just different levels of actuation. Something like that. There's a bunch of different features built into it, but anyways, my point is, look up either B3K or Roamer G. I think you might be able to find like some like AliExpress, some other choices. But no, I definitely agree. You're probably not gonna find like proper custom cats from like GMK or whatever. Or GMMK? GMMK? That's been a hot minute. But you can definitely find them. Yeah, Fries was a relic in a good way. Yeah, you don't have a ton of choice, do you? I mean, there are some colorful cats, but it's usually just like arrow keys, WASD, directionals. But at least this might help you, as long as you know. You can either look for like Omron B3K or Romer G. This is very specific. Heart control keycaps? Why? I don't know, but yeah. At least it's a step in the right direction. I don't know. I'd have to... I can ask around if you're looking for something in particular, but anyways. Thank you, Freda. Thank you for hanging. Catch you later. Good luck with your poor. See you around. Her eyes hold no reproach, only a tender sense of sorrow. A gaze woven from sentiments so complex, no words could describe it. That's such a sweet look. Oh. Of course, of course. It's not just that. Multi-pronged attack. The moment the words leave her lips, she launches another electronic warfare attack on Cocoon. Her processing power is low. She's got a lot of friends with her. No, that's fair enough if you don't use it too much. But, I mean, I always liked how they felt, actually. I thought the Romer G, specifically the PRES, which I believe is equivalent for red. It's either red or a tactile. I think it, like, kind of melded both in terms of feel and functionality. I think it's, like, really fast actuation, but it gave you a nice little tactile bump. It felt pretty good, actually. But you can definitely get replacements online. Just look up Romer G. Especially certain switches like WASD and whatnot. You can't get replacements. I'm just gonna be pretty curious if I can find more stuff since it seems like basically it's such Logitech, that one board I have, and then God knows what Das keyboard is. Ignoring Dushnevia, who's still standing in front of her, the other two launch a simultaneous assault from both sides. She wants to stop them both on instinct. Her icy words pin her in place. Oh, interesting. Interesting method. Oh, thank you, Smurfs. Thank you for the bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see the, oh, over halfway. There we go. 5,094. 894. Let's go, let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep that thing going. See, there are many such ways to manipulate. Some more direct than others. Clever girl. Oh my god. Beautiful. Look at that signature look of superiority. Oh my god. We actually get to look at her like up front though. Just front and center. Don't hesitate. Just to do it. No, why is she like that now? We clearly have to deal with this. Nikkei. I don't, oh, Nikkei. I just thought of like Nikkei. That does sound good. I think the lady before you won't give you much longer to ponder. Camera angles, you know what I'm saying? The right to choose is in your hands. She's looking from mommy to mommy. A shit fucking ton. Who should I believe? Oh. How could I forget? She has a back mole. Very cultured. Very good. Very good. It's barely exposed. Just do as I say. Listen to mommy. Alright, well, let's take this opportunity to really zoom. Oh, we can't get in that close, can we? I feel like I can if I do combat start. Oh, but should I be dead already? That was a mistake. Or maybe not. That's a very satisfying animation, though. Okay, she's not dead yet. I didn't insta-kill it that quickly. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Red versus blue. Yeah, see, we're stuck in a box canyon, except the box canyon is, Monkey Security Services. Why is she doing that, though? Why is she Ah, I swear. What is that rhythmic shaking? For what reason? I must know. You're just dancing to the beat. Is that what she's doing? Her jacket is really cool, actually. It's got a cute pattern. I like it. The silhouette of her gun is cool, too. Honestly, I never thought about doing that, but then again, revolvers tend to not have threaded barrels. I like how that looks, though. I do want to try Osprey on a boxy revolver now. It's kind of funny the way you have to basically fuck with it when you're in this mode. Exactly, exactly. The mother being Helen. It truly is a mommy off. I have an idea for comparison. So, I take it back. Like, now that I see it here, she actually is pretty stacked. Okay, no, I have to know. Okay, so let's take a look. I just oh, it doesn't use the right skin. Hold on, no. We're gonna redo this because I want to try something. Unless it forces me to use it. No, I want to know. I have to know. Because the moment they've given an actual model, I'm pretty fucking sure that means we're gonna get her actually in the game. Yeah, sure, let's get this. Okay. Been through it already. So, yeah, there we go. Because I have her, I can switch around for my own copy, who is... Oh, down here, actually. Oh. I just want to know, you know, I just want to know. Because actually it's a pretty direct comparison here. Because they're both in the dress. Who wins? Who wins? Okay. No, go back to Helen. So let's have you step here. And action. I don't know how clean of a comparison this can be. No, I can't move her quite yet. I think we need to get closer, to be honest. I think we have to get closer. Does Helen still win? But they're posing differently. Helen is leaning forwards, whereas Cocoon is like has her chest out. Exactly like that signature sense of confidence. Why are they all vibrating? I just realized. How did I never realize that? I never paid that much attention, but okay, anyways. I'm not gonna have them move. Well, I could. I'll position them. It's not like I'm gonna... I can't... I basically can't lose. It's... My team is cracked enough to do this. It is pretty heavy, that's true. Should be here then. No, I don't want it to stand like this. I think this works. Okay. I think we've a debatably closer comparison. Not necessarily what I wanted to do, but... It's not quite the side-to-side I had in mind. It's basically the same thing though, isn't it? This is important. This is very important scientific stuff to do, actually. Oh my god, I'm lagging like crazy. There's too much shit going on, you know? Wow, I am phasing out of existence. I think it's all those particles that are fucking with it. I'm trying to compare the thickness, because I want to know. I really do want to know. See, like from this top angle, I feel like Cocoon is winning, but this is difficult science actually. They need to ideally be next to each other. Oh, words next to each other. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now they're side to side. And not covered in the stupid bullcrap. No, okay, not exactly what I had in mind, but... I genuinely can't tell. Like, I'm trying my hardest to figure it out, but the science isn't sciencing. I mean, you tell me. What does Helen look like? She's like slap marks on her ass. What the hell? Okay. The shadows. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think that's the best we're gonna get. I was just so curious. Anyways, get insta-killed. I'm not actually sure. Oh, yeah, see, just like that. Watching the three of them clash without end. Her mind descends into unprecedented, messy chaos. Even now, she still racks her mind. Racks her mind. There's a lot of racks indeed. Like, from a top view, technically, but again, she's puffing her chest out, whereas Helen is, like, hunched over, so I can't tell. Trying to figure out which doll is the one she knows. The doll named Batilda was telling the truth. The doll community is her home. But she does not remember. She doesn't even know her reason for coming here. To find Helen, who she had lost contact with long ago. Gentle and strong, forever a guardian of everything. DP12 was always behind her, waiting with her. But now, two of them, so built so similarly, right in front of her. The right choice will be made. The instinct within her heart must be followed. Even though she is now different from who she once was. Dependence and trust, etched into her mind. It's an instinct. The one and only mommy she's always relied upon and looked up to. She steadies her thoughts. Her gun swings around, locking on to the imitation. The bullet tears through the air, shattering the tension of battle. That's, I guess, a normal enough sentence. Like, it is kind of, you know, Don Quixote-esque manner of speaking, but it's not too nemesis-pilled. Normal enough. A sudden attack does not deal her a blow, but it does graze her cheek. Just run, just get out of there. Her eyes blaze with conviction. This time, she runs towards Mother, of her own accord. Yeah, see, time to dread. Just get the fuck out. Watching her run, she realizes the Sheen she's longed for all those years, just happened right before her in that instant, despite the frame difference. Her neural cloud never got wiped. She wasn't too late. She never had to watch her leave her under the pressure of pursuers. The past dissolves like smoke. So I guess, basically she got her. No, her bad memories were technically still there. It'll be interesting to see what that ends up being like. She smiles gently, then answers the same way she always does. Oh. How are they just conveniently near helipad? But, well, I guess, were they planning to move towards there? They're getting extracted by helicopter. That makes a lot more sense, to be honest. She watches them flee. She breaks into an icy smile, then joins them. A wave of gunfire blocks her path. The other two rain fire almost simultaneously. She gives Batilda a nod during her momentary holdup. That's true, she has an excuse, which is... well, she works here. Is she gonna be fine though, I wonder? They run after mother and daughter, covered by Nikita. The alarms inside blare relentlessly. An endless number of sentries surge to her position. She attempts to break free, but her gunfire locks down her movements. No, the thing about it is, I've just remembered, because the real, even though she got wiped, that backup is still back at base. But their whole point was to pick up her old memories, so right now she's basically reset to before she got all corrupted. right before she was sent to be wiped. This is before all the events. So it's actually a pretty solid sync up. I do wonder if Nikita's gonna be fine though. I mean, this cannot end too well for her, I don't think. I feel like they both know it's bullshit though, don't they? Or maybe not. Intriguing. Why are they joining in? During the brief standoff, the crazed dolls continued to pour in, alongside security staff who responded. She's surrounded on all sides. Outnumbered greatly, she smiles as if saying, "Can't be helped," before slowly raising her hands in surrender. I'm sure she's got an ace up her sleeve. Otherwise, I'm sure she could easily solo them all. The members of the Magi security sees her. Has there now? Yeah, I'm sure she's got her opening. True. Ah yes, pulling the customer is always right card. I wonder if this was the doing of Lenting, the one that idolizes us. Yeah, but what people know is true versus something confirmable. I don't know. What difference is there really? Should we though? I don't know about that one. Her lips curve into a smile, but her eyes tell a different story. In order to deliver her fabricated answer to a certain guest, Helly, I guess, she had to let DP12, whom she had always been fascinated with, slip away. What more is there to know, though? I mean, it's like, oh yes, you were the creator. Truly, the MILF of MILFs. Because she's two daughters, and one is equally MILFy. And funny enough, KSVK was actually more MILF-tastic in, well, not really, but she was just thicker, you know. Her old frame was built different. After a battle fought in the base layer, she loses all interest in the blurred fragments affecting her own. It's pretty clear now. Those incomplete traces are merely a core memory unlock that DP12 refused to forget. Interesting. But this was all just because she wanted to get rid of it. Sounds like a lot of work, but I guess these third gens, they just got a lot of stuff on the mind, don't they? To test the blurred data lingering, she once wondered if those memories were connected to the third gen doll's creator. Now it's clear they should be wiped entirely. Well, no, it's the other way around. Cocoon is based on Helen, so I mean Helen along with other dolls, I think, I'm guessing from Project Neural Cloud, was used to develop new stuff, right? And they mixed those experiences or something. Maybe Cornel Hole is something different, but they used the... Well, if you think about it, I'm not even gonna say it, but basically use their old neural models to formulate a new one. You know, they train the AI on more AI, so therefore, Cocoon is AI slub. That's my solution. That's my explanation. On the other hand, her brief clash, Helly has sparked a desire to snoop more. Once an intel agent, always an intel agent. Weaving a perfect answer, wrapping it in multiple layers, and hacking in. All of this is right up her alley. Doesn't know whether her methods will work, but she sure as hell will have fun, that's for sure. What gifts? Steering away. Helen guides the group away from corridors where enemies might appear. Oh, they're still running to the helipad. I thought they were already there. I thought they were already there. Oh no, I guess timing's a bit off. I thought they were like outdoors already on a helipad. Guess not. It would have been simpler. So this is like a hot extraction then. Of course, of course. A shame they couldn't bring more to help the community. She recalls her earlier conversation and lets out a soft chuckle. activate the zombie swarm. Exactly, exactly. You understand. You think that, but no. We do have a helicopter. I mean, wasn't she right there when we airlifted them with the helicopter? But that's the thing, funny enough, I guess jetpacks are not that hard actually, because some of the troopers, I forgot what faction they're from. Is it Monkey Security? There might be. The elite captains. We do have like man-portable jetpacks in GFL, but it doesn't show up as much as you'd think it would. Oh, so there's two choices. So we are going to extract them, but they could also just, I don't know, steal a helicopter meant for extraction. Ah, yes, the same one. The same scene. The moment she finishes, the silhouette of a Blackhawk appears in the distant night sky. See, that's what always happens. This is just every single time. Something is difficult. We just bring our Blackhawk and blow it all up. Truly, Springfield's love reaches far and wide. But Tilda immediately raises her. You've seen this helicopter before. What are you talking about? Come on now. We extracted you in this very same helicopter, did we not? We draw closer. The door slides open before it even lands. You see Suomi waving frantically at them. Are we gonna jump onto the rope ladder? You know, Suomi really did grow on me. Like, she's cute. She is sweet. Oh, right, that's why. For a second I was like, why does she remember? Right, because, like, she's been reset to back before she forgot everything. Weird way to think about it. They touch down steadily. She rushes out, throwing her arms around the two of them. Hmm. Do kind of wonder. It's like, are they just constantly swapping the IFFs on this thing? I mean, this helicopter specifically has been to many different battlefields in the recent months. You'd really think someone would be wanting to try to track it down. But we technically have other stuff too. I don't know if our drones are short range. Just like every time we get a drone in GFL 2, it's like it blows up instantly. Sounds of footsteps draw closer. She watches the three of them board one by one. But she turns to face the corridor, showing no intention of leaving just yet. But why though? Truly. Yeah, no such thing. Never been to a Catholic school. Seemingly non-existent. A chilling voice pierces through the roar of the rotor. Under her watchful gaze, Lentine steps out. Why is she here? He casually tosses a mangled part of the mech at her feet. It hits the ground with a dull thud. Interesting. She arches up. She finally made it back then. Just in time, I guess. Right. Whatever works, right? We're all broke as hell here in the post-World War III economy. Oh, okay. That does work. Done it by her greed of climbing the corporate ladder. Never ends well. You lose something. See, finally, you can be like us. Could be the hero. How much you think? Birds of a feather, after all. She closes the distance, step by step. Wait, she's wearing heels? Has she been wearing heels the whole time? Okay. I'm beginning to understand the aura she's supposed to have now. It all makes sense. I know somebody like that. Multiple people. It's just, you hear the heels clicking. That's like, oh boy, things are gonna happen. See, exactly. She's helping her climb the corporate ladder. How kind of her. This is true motherly love. She ignores her and looks past her. The familiar doll stands behind her now, her face filled with anxiety.
你找到我藏起来的心智备份了，难怪敢给我搞出那么大的动静。
我也是经您提醒才意识到，有些线索只会下意识的放在自己死后的遗嘱之中。我目前的权限仍然属于您，揭穿我修改记录的事实，对您而言并无任何益处。
Truly clever. You work with intel all day. Well, you sure as hell know how best to avoid getting dragged down for it.
三代人形，
你还记得呀？你的权限在我的手里。
Exactly. We love Bayonetta. Welcome, Solar. How you doing? The corners of her mouth twist into a mocking smile. She stops a few meters away, eyes brimming with the cruel amusement of a predator toying with its prey.
你想要的
Exactly.
成为你的衣食。
Just... Truly, you can call that home. The home we all dream of. I delivered everything that you wanted, piece by
现
piece.
在我只想离开，去见那一位。也许和指挥官见面之后，我可以告诉指挥官，在万尼安堡。
闭嘴！恶心的求饶就不必说了。
Well, check him out. Check him out. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. So, I would love to explain, as you can see by these glorious wings here, I am the SO-71 Blackbird, fastest jet in these skies. I'm a member of Vfleet, and I have many shipsters and jetsters, representing many different historical ships and aircraft throughout history. And our mission is to keep alive the memories of the many veterans that have served, and just to promote the museum ships we're based on, and the various aerospace museums that house me, and all my other sisters. Yeah, indeed, indeed. You should definitely check it out. There's a lot of cool info on our website. Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna be here on Friday, so just letting you know.
那几个你的人形同伴先不说，至少
你的意思是？
我的意思是，喂，海伦，自毁吧。
The roar of the rotor scatters her words into the air, but she still reads the command, the movement of her lips and the muffled sound. Terror seizes her body in an instant. She throws herself with all her might, only to be held back.
必须要起飞了！别浪费海伦为我们争取的时间。海伦，一起走！
Her command transmits like a shapeless current, reaching her mind in an instant. The smile that had been on her face vanishes in an instant. She stands frozen, her expression vacant. Executing commands, the registered owner. It's just the base logic. Oh, for sure, for sure. Even third gen really? Where can she inflict damage to self-destruct the fastest? How can she do it most completely? As an Intel specialized doll, she can never set up any self-detonation protocol. Her memory drifts back to the day, years ago, when the order to wipe her cloud came. Did she do the same, obeying orders? She slowly raises her hand. Her fingertip traces down her neck. Ah, see, there we go. Just as she was about to comply. See, that's what I thought was waiting. I was like, just shoot her. She raises her weapon and pulls the trigger without a moment of hesitation. Force field. Wait, hold on. Since when have we had force fields? What? Is this Dune? Seriously, since when have people had personal force fields in GFL? Well, am I missing context? I don't recall this being a thing, literally ever. I don't think anyone has used this, at least not humans. Okay, sure. The next moment, the distress signal begins to transmit. Interesting.
权限是我，竟能直接反抗我的命令。
曼尼安堡数据库遭受冲击，可能是某位不速之客，一不小心就把重要的服务器资料。
Of course, gotta have to do the slick thing.
您可一定要
Ah, she looks so cool.
尽快修复。
That exactly. True, true. That's what that. mm, I mean, they didn't have to say that. They could have just said that. I don't know. She was wearing a vest because she would. Why does she need a force field? Because that's the thing, though. Shotguns are nasty, but basically anything will stop it. Unless it's a slug, you're fucked. But if it's not a slug, if I recall, even level 2 maybe should stop it. Maybe not buckshot, but not from this close. Level 3 is enough to stop shotguns. You wouldn't feel very good, but you won't die. Even level 2 should be able to stop buckshot. Anything above that, easily. This just feels like an ass pull. Just for, I don't know, the sake of it being cool. I don't know.
不可能给我留下权限修复的可能性。曼尼安堡数据库竟然那么轻易被破坏。
Well, that's what crossfitting gets you.
哎呀，
I just think of that talking gun from Borderlands. It's so silly.
算力可是相当优秀呢。
Oh, is she borrowing her ability to do that? Interesting. The helicopter is already lifted off. The massive downwash plays her into a mess. A rope ladder drops from above. Once she's confirmed, the ownership permissions are no longer tied to her. She raises her weapon and takes aim.
曼尼安堡去黄区，就凭你们！
Oh, clankers, how could you? The tide shifts in an instant. Her gaze goes back and forth between the two of them. If only someone could help her attack the helicopter. She came here alone. She did it to prevent him. Oh, sometimes you can't be doing too much shady shit. Well, you should go get your corner office. Go get your corporate ladder climbing. Come on now.
别的事情了，
Yeah, see? You got better stuff to do.
让对照改变弃子的命运，这是最好的时机。
Weirdly sweet. She's still trying to help.
希望您
He
能，
didn't screw her over. It's like he just wants her freedom.
毕竟后续的工作千万不要忘记。我一直以来感谢您了，合作愉快。
Oh, I think that's because a vacuum was running, perhaps.
下次见面的时候，
Will we now?
无论是你，还是你口中的那个指挥官，都会成为
I'm also a little surprised we didn't just lay waste to the entire helipad. Wouldn't that make more sense? Well, but then I guess we're not trying to necessarily cause too much damage, because then people start wondering what's going on. But willing to waste more time, represses her fury and turns, swiftly
那
leaning.
群平日里养尊处优的高层，才会事情一发生就立刻发布要求所有外派小队回城的紧急指令。麻烦。
Watching her disappear, she finally throws herself into her mother's arms in the cabin,
我回来了，陆莎妮。
finally reunited.
这一次，不过是一次普通的胜利。
And there we go. That is actually is a pretty cute ending thing for Dushnevia. Maybe overall, I was tempted. I really was tempted because of being. Oh, look at that. Fantasies come true. I was super tempted because of that new outfit. I was like, hard to say. Oh, one more prologue. Alright, let's finish this off. And that'll be the end of it. And they have finally come back, blowing by the downcast air that's looming a ship. It's not a ship. It's a train. But okay. Hearing they made it back safely. Finally, the leader of the doll community has come to the Alamo. Contrary to her valiant and cool appearance, she still looks kind of nervous. As long as she has a little pig. Thank you, Bartek. Thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome.
曼尼安堡的大部队都撤离了，这一次多亏
姐姐，杜莎妮还有巴西达，大家都没事，真是太好了。
And so we further break the agreement. Seeing everybody back, safe and sound, the tension finally goes away. True, true.
可比过往战斗力强多了。
Yeah.
杜莎妮也
huge upgrades. I'm kind of curious, like, how she's gonna talk after the restoration, though. Instinctively glances at Helen, eyes casting an ancient's glance. Doing good, doing good. We're just finally finishing up part 1 of this story. Seemingly afraid of accepting a past she never knew, she feels the choice of apprehension, while understanding. Maybe she always kind of talk like that, huh? Her voice is as soft as can be. Just like her, she reaches out, gently taking her hands. That's interesting, though. I guess it's just like weird etched memory. Does that even make sense? Kind of, I guess. That's a little surprising, though. I wonder, was it because the backup was not complete, or what was missing? I am pretty surprising of what might be missing. Or maybe it's just because whatever weird slapdash backup that found was just not quite complete. After all, it's meant to be insurance anyways. The tension in her expression finally eases. A smile gradually returns under her reassurance. And frankly, who wouldn't? It's hard not to smile with Helen there. Oh, I see, I see. No, that's true. That's true. I mean, you gotta take that sometimes. Even though it's kind of not the best. Always. There are nice features. I thank you, Colgate. Thank you for suggesting therapy. How amazing. Our Colgate can not only heal you on the outside, but on the inside too. Insanely stacked skill set. Oh, right, that was the side thing. We're looking for the nutrient fluid. Much more actual healing compared to a certain Nightingale. Kind of funny, both Nightingales are known to be kind of scary. Wait, resting too much? Oh, I was like, huh? Confusion. Yeah, understandable. Ah, I see. Basically, it's telling us to... But, whoa, is this breaking the fourth wall? So true, Cockney. Spitting fucking facts, honestly. My gaze shift to Helen, who's waiting nearby, realizing I haven't... They should just share a room with KSVK, shouldn't she? After all, mother and daughter. I bring her to the room, prepared for her. She takes a moment to rest. Is this because of me buying the skin? Why does she suddenly change to this outfit? This doesn't make sense. Is this her casual lounge outfit? Oh, very nice. Oh, thank you, team. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Goon Squad. Glad to have you here. Indeed. This makes me want a coach necklace again. I was looking for one for a long time. I bought one for a friend as a gift a long time ago, and I didn't get one for myself, or maybe I did, but I think I traded it away or something at some point. God knows, but I'm looking for it ever since, and no dice. I know, be it in 2D or 3D, it's glorious. Oh, actually, interesting to note. Huh. The art does hit different. It's a little bit different because, if you recall, in the actual skin, they're not pushed together. Although this does make sense because if she's holding her arms like that, it would. You've got that jewelry perfectly buried down in there. I don't know what I would have preferred, to be honest. I guess maybe with different motions, she could push them together. It's different. It's kind of different. Enjoyable in many ways. Unless I'm forgetting, it's just the outfit I chose. But no, I only changed the arms and I gotta check again. Maybe I'm the one forgetting. I could be. Oh, and thank you, Fox. Thank you for the follow as well. Ah, glad to have you guys all here. Thank you for joining. She stands quietly before me. Her eyes shine with the mix of emotion I've never seen before. Like, on her, or... Because that's kind of depressing. We've never seen hope and anticipation before. Not that I blame them, it's... The world of GFL is very depressing. Debatably worse than... No, hard to say, actually. They're both really depressing. Home is right here, though. This is home. This area. I never once thought about building a place called home. I mean, we kind of have a mobile home, though. It's just really big. So a transport and safe house, but I never considered it home. True, because our dolls aren't there, and without them, how can it be? But now, moved by her sentiments, I truly begin to consider what home truly means to me. While I briefly hesitate, she slowly lowers her head. She lets out the faintest of sighs. Aww. Also, just realized how funky it is that she's got the sunglasses on indoors. I still don't get why does she have this skin in this scene? It doesn't make sense at all. This time I don't hesitate. I take her hand. Oh. Her voice carries a slight tremor. She moves her hands together so our fingers are intertwined. It gently guides my hand to rest against her cheek. Down low, let's go. The skin is cooler than I expected. The gaze fixed on me burns with warmth. She rubs her cheek tenderly against my hand, then slowly closes her eyes. What? Okay. Interesting change of mood. Her long lashes tremble faintly, as though greedily savoring the sensation. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Longing for a decade, a real touch. Is this a touching moment or a touchy moment? Unsure how to react, I scratch my cheek and try to pull it away, but she holds even more tightly. She opens her eyes, then presses her intertwined hands to her chest. Well, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Come on now. I mean, where else can your hand... No, there's nowhere your hands can go that it's not. I'm just saying. Yeah, feel the heartbeat. Yeah, that's... Yeah, we gotta feel the heartbeat. That's... Feeling a lot of things. Oh no. The fake version of us in her... I don't know, VR chat world. This just really feels like it should have been part of, I don't know, little side stories, not this. Exactly, time to go for the attack. Asking to see her room, okay. How very unsubtle. Indeed. Please, bring me there already, come on. True, how could we refuse? I lead her to our dorm. My dorm, sorry. Our hands still linked. I push the door open. She lets go without realizing. She simply stands frozen, gazing inside, as though carving every detail into her heart. Her quiet voice is almost a whisper. That alone is enough to send ripples through the silent space. Clearly, it will not become a silent space in rapid succession. It's gonna become a noisy place. Perhaps quite warm, a little moist even. Her eyes sweep the room. Her fingertips trace lightly, as though measuring every detail of this space. This space or our spaces? That's the real question. Yeah, she gonna decorate it with us? Is that what she's gonna do? Nice little bed ornament.
有些家的感觉。
Oh, yeah. Is she gonna make it home? Hmm, I see, I see. Hey, this economy, that's the best we're gonna get. Come on now. Mention of home, a bewitching tone, weaves into her speech.
指挥官
When is it not, though?
我所说的那个家。为了抵御心智清洗，我在心智底层构建了一个属于自己的安全
Exactly, you're right. Massive, immense tracts of land.
的攻击。
So much space to call home.
心智底层，但只要那片区域不被摧毁，我就永远都不会忘记您的存在。
She moves close to my ear. She confides me in a whisper as soft as an exhale. Only the two of us will hear these murmurs.
路沙尼还是我们的最高所属权永远都是您。
Okay, always belong to him. Okay. The soft voice drifts into my ears. Her hand comes to rest lightly on my shoulder. Her voice coming even closer to my ears. As if she's sharing a secret, but only for us.
我做了一些手脚，
Oh, okay. Oh, did we do it again? Okay, very cool, very cool.
他们就会查到您是摧毁出来的
She be doing everything, huh? Truly multitasking.
自做的。我并不知道这最终会迎来怎样的定局。
外在的证据对罗琳而言，
You know, doesn't Hallie work with us? Is it that difficult?
不想让您成为只在
Yeah, true. We can't be with that woman. We have to be. I don't know. What's the reverse of the Dark Knight? The Flash? I mean, just naming wise. Oh, the Green Lantern. There you go. Because it lights up. Not in the dark. Exactly. In darkest of nights. So the Green Lantern's light. Yeah, that's the answer.
好好休息一下吧，指挥官。接下来的日子，我会陪在您的身边。
Her other arm wraps around my neck, transferring barely any weight at all. She rests her head against my shoulder. Her tender, low whispers are akin to a night lullaby, impossible to resist. It sheds all weariness and sense of fatigue. Her hands glides down from my neck, her palm patting softly against my back, coaxing me into sleep. Sensing I haven't pulled away, she gently guides me, allowing me to follow her lead, ultimately drawing her to my embrace.
作为帮助指挥官的报酬，
And what is this reward exactly? Is this just the scene from the
无数次构筑
that we got from the event?
不再只是虚妄。 I don't know what I expected, but like I expected this, but also not. Like you know, it's the whole joke about camera angles. Ever heard like it's the reverse, right? So when you're in school, they tell you in English class, show, don't tell. I guess this is this peak narrative? Okay, sure. I'm not complaining. This is true. Let me just get right in there. You're so right. It's time. Right in there. Wait, hold on. Not quite. There we go. I feel my body sink. When I come to my senses, my head is already resting on her lap. I look up. The most difficult task of all, to see the joy brimming in her eyes. Impossible task, looking up. Eye contact, challenge, impossible. She leans down to look at me. Her hair it's not the only thing cascading. Like a waterfall from both shoulders, brushing softly against my cheeks. Noticing her stray strands are tickling me, fingertips gently lift them to tuck them behind her ear.
She touches my face, carrying a pleasant coolness as they glide over my eyes. A soft chuckle. She bids me to close them. She massages my temples gently. The pressure is just right, unraveling my tense nerves inch by inch. I'm sure she's definitely unraveling our nerves inch by inch. Everything melts away.
我曾无数次身处这样的幻境之中，
I am a fan and I am being serviced and all that jazz.
在您的身边，就是我一直所期待的归处。
This angle was still fucking funny. Like no, you know what they should have done. You know the Freerin meme where it's like the shot from below. It should have been that instead. I can still feel. I think it's hard not to. My eyes closed. Her warm exhale draws closer. Gentle breath, light as a feather, brushes across my lips, my nose, my eyes. Oh, eyes, nose, lips by Tang. Oh, is it time for late night karaoke? And finally, envelops me entirely.
所期待的家。
A moment of long overdue peace. I gradually slip away. I have passed away from joy. Inside this room, she greedily commits every detail to her base layer. Sometime later, it's quietly opened. She lifts her gaze to a small silhouette. A wide-eyed child peeks in, studying her. Smelling.
指挥官，
Shocking, was resting, impossible. She mentions Helena needs monitoring. Remembering that, she hesitates, but in the end, she steps in. Helen, kneeling on the bed, smiles and presses a finger to her lips, assessing her softly. Sensing the hesitation, she lowers her hand to pat the empty spot. Surely he's gonna be the mother of the Elmo. She carefully walks over. Those crystal clear eyes look upon the commander, then at the smiling Helen. Aw.
别着急，我们一起等指挥官醒来吧。
The warm, peaceful atmosphere makes her linger. Sensing she hasn't turned her away, she joins in. She keeps her eyes wide open, determined to stay awake. But come on, with Helen there, no way. But as though lulled by our breathing, she lets out a little yawn, and gradually, she peacefully drifts away. Sunlight filters through, falling softly. A scene of quiet warmth, a still life. Love that. Just like a real home. More! That's crazy. Ah yes, corporate ladder. Eat your shit sandwich, that's how it works. Ah, there we go, she got an internal commendation.
算是他聪明，将所有相关情报的修改记录，一场不太完美的演出。
Yeah, see? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take what you can get, you know?
副官，
No, Kenny's still alive. Kenny didn't die. Crazy.
因为这次的事件，曼尼安堡中的各项数据库全部需要最高级别的安全升级。能被一个3代人形如此轻易的入侵情报库，这暴露出的隐患，远不只是浮于表面的那些。
Ah, yes. See, it should have been like that in the first place. But, true, it did help. She leans back, fingers tapping at a crisp, light-hearted rhythm.
与其自称数据库不够安全，倒不如说是有些人从
And who's getting blamed, though, is the question. Is this also part of her ladder climbing? Wait, technically she already has the corner office, though, doesn't she?
以卡门的性格，绝不会轻易交出最重要的情报。说不定他还
I know, it just doesn't feel right, does it? He's like the Leon now, I'm telling you. She's the Ada to his Leon.
我倒是更好奇，
It definitely tracks, honestly. Oh, this is definitely Leon Ada core, I'm telling you.
入侵数据库的行动被发现，他会被清理心智吧？
未必。
She rises and walks to the window for a new corner office. Oh my god, as was predicted. After internal accommodations, all their stuff got upgraded.
那些提供给调查队伍的情报，早就被检处理过了。也许到头来，罗琳根本什么都查不出来。
什么？
到最后，简仍然完美的完成了
Yeah, flawless victory.
那个所谓的
They do tend to come up on top. As expected, I didn't tell at all.
轻描淡写的解释为
Yeah,
调查
see?
中的事迹，
Whatever you need to make it happen.
只要
It
告
had
诉
to be
你
done.
解除对检的限制，也只是一句话而已。
这么说，所谓的调查，根本
Sounds about fucking right. Meaningless investigations.
不过，
Running in circles. For no, for no goddamn reason.
这
That's pretty funny. It's like sometimes people will say the quiet part out loud. It's like when we're doing all these different reports, it's like they're not getting fucking read. No one's reading them, but you gotta do it anyways. But no one's gonna read them. The image, the blue-haired doll, surfaces in her mind.
有些人
Can't stop thinking of her.
的确是不错，可惜
Has she gained any respect, perhaps?
说起这个，财团那边送来了一位新的人形，说是作为此次事件的道歉人。
It's Groza, isn't it?
道歉了。离开了一个检，等不及又派一个新的人进来了。小心，别又是财团留下
Sounds
的
about right. More breaches, built-in security breaches. A Trojan horse, literally.
是将他编入副官的队伍，并且由副官拥有他的所属权。
Intriguing.
在这里，编码 STR
Oh,
3A48，
Iglo.
代号真。
I didn't actually play the last thing because I was too busy. I'm not sure what happened. We destroyed her, didn't we?
已经完全清理过了吧？
Again, it's like no, definitely not. Oh, okay, so it has.
目前该人形的处置
Intriguing.
也完全在副官的名下。
But honestly, power scaling wise, she's insane. This is that javelin throwing. She stands expressionless, gazing at everything. Sensing her arrival, she offers a deferential, gentlemanly bow. Obedient, compliant, awaiting command. 嗯
再清洗一遍心智吧，让他分清楚谁是主人，这一点很重要。
好，我这就操作。
Maybe Kenny will die, who knows? Folds her arms, her gaze cold and appraising. She scrutinizes every step to make sure it's completed to the letter. Gotta follow the SOP, very important. She'll make sure so it cannot cause any problems. Doubt. Oh! This is a different form. I didn't get to see this one. I liked the original form more, but this is cool too. Staring at the face of the woman before her, she feels that something important is missing. It's a name that wants to be yelled out, but no matter how hard she tries, she cannot remember.
没那么简单。
Dry experience. She doesn't fully trust it anymore. Most of them are usable. It's definitely not permanent. And good morning, snack, if I didn't say it already. Sorry. The foundation cannot be completely changed.
从今以后，
Hmm.
每周的固定时间
That's pretty
安排在这里
unfortunate,
进行
actually.
休息
没问题。只是如果定期清理心智，可能
Basically, it's
能力上
mana all over. Not mana.
以战斗
Arcana all over again, isn't it?
只要维持战斗水平就行。在我的队伍里，永远不可能出现让人形成为指挥者的情况。不要让他
Surprised they just let her have this, though. Seems a bit insane.
放心，
Her combat skills are definitely beyond a cut above. I mean, she's literally like an anti-aircraft weapon, anti-personnel, anti-armor, anti-everything. Looking at the doll, who's just been wiped again, she speaks slowly.
过去
Hmm.
我不感兴趣。不过既然来了，就必须
She's like our dark mirror, isn't she? Is she gonna become our white whale?
从现在开始，我才是你唯一的主人。
All this new info is captured and recorded. She remains silent, following every new command. In her vacant office, Cocoon
会
reports.
议已经完全接
Hmm,
收了
okay, I'm guessing this is still Mr. Zimmerman.
未来他所能得到的结论，也都在我们的控制之中。曼尼安保与白区实验室的合作，仅限于物资运送以及安保配备。从数据推演结果来看，这次调查之后，罗联对于赛诺菲与法本
Shocking, but also not at all.
特拉佐公司的实验内容，均是旗下科研人员的个人
Oh,
违法
they also managed to keep that clean too. Yeah, so you just blame the little guy. The other guy nods. Call is promptly ended. We got tampering did cause some trouble, but everything is easy to just write off. It suffered a loss, but people looking for accountability. she'll know better than to start spilling stuff. After all, they're above the law. Due process. That's for the poors. That's for the peons. Recalling her initial embarrassing outburst, simply chuckles. What is Hallie again? She based on whatever the fuck M16, not M16, like M4. I don't know. How very ironic. Everyone's got their own prison. She arrives once more at the meticulous garden. No. There we go. Wait, so she serves Dandelion. Oh, that's why she's connected, but still not sure who this is. So what even more crazy? Turns around as always. No emotion can be read. Still kind of funny. She's just in a little diner gate on the Elmo. So what is she, like your protege or something? Turns to leave. To sustain it, a vast torrent of data pours in at every moment. What did that seeing? Ah, Cocoon is worming her fingers in. Intriguing. I definitely feel like there's a massive flag for something more to happen in the future with Igla. I don't know, y'all think she's gonna... I feel like she's gonna regain her memory at some point. That'll be certainly interesting to see. But I definitely still need to at least figure out what the hell went down in Corpusant, which is funny because I tried so hard to finish it, but alas, no fucking dice. Either way, well, first of all, I thought it was gonna end right there at the end with that very comforting little session with Helen, but no, it did not. And as usual, GFL continues their legacy of being fucking not word salad, but just insanely long novels. But you know what? We love them. It's not meaningless. It's actually pretty good stuff. So, credits to where's credits due. Anyways, as per usual, thanks for hanging, but people old and new. For those new, welcome in. Glad to have you guys here, and with that, that'll be all for today. I will catch y'all next week, since I have some stuff I'll be doing. Good night, good morning, and I will catch you next time for day 2 stuff. Good night, bye-bye.